welcome to MDSR, where today we got the very special cast of Drake, Mute, and Nova to come over any percent restricted. Woo!
Hello, and woo.
Hello.
Hey guys.
So just to introduce myself, I'm Drake Foss. I speedrun this game. I discover strats. I do legal battles. Everything. I do everything in this community. Then we have Mute, who is the current world record holder, baller. Say hello,
I have
Mute.
no idea what you're talking about. Hello, I'm Mute. I play this game sometimes.
And then we have Noah, who's a little bit of a newer runner, but up and coming. Say hello.
Hey guys. Yeah,
Future record holder.
I've only had like 4 months with the game, and I've only played an MG. Well, any percent restricted. So this is the only thing I.
What? Hello? Oh my god.
Mute, what's your experience with this game? When did you start playing?
I probably like 10. No, it's been a year. I played Horde mode, then I moved to Hundo, then I moved to any percent restricted.
Then back
Now
to
I'm
Hundo.
back in Hundo. Yeah.
I started,
we're coming full circle.
Yeah, I started playing like late 2020. I was around for most of the scene, like I helped her out and stuff, but I started playing in late 2020. I do a bunch of stuff, I help the mods, I do a bunch of stuff. I'm primarily play any percent restricted. I play some Tag 1, I play all combat encounters in campaign, a bunch of stuff. Okay, so let's get started with the tutorial. So first, I want to give some disclaimers. This tutorial is going to be aimed a little bit towards intermediate, like low-level intermediate, maybe like just finished getting accustomed to the game beginners and plus. I'm going to go through, like, this category is an hour long, top level play. So like, it's going to be like 3 hours, and to make it shorter, I'm just going to avoid teaching you basic tech. I'm not going to teach you how to bunny hop or ballista boost or weapon switch or any of that stuff. I am going to cover some of the more niche strats, like for example, this category uses Xiae boosts more than any other, and I think this category uses extensionless slow boosts as well more than any other. I think maybe Hundo uses it occasionally. So I'm going to cover those, or Eagers as I'm calling them now to annoy Paisano.
Pi's mad.
So I'll cover those, but in general, if you're wondering how to do bunny hops or something like that, we are planning to probably do another video or another tutorial on basic tech. Bowser's also working on a comprehensive movement tech video that covers like pretty much everything in excruciating detail, so I recommend you go subscribe to Bowsr. That's Bowser without an E on YouTube. Bowser CS on YouTube. So yeah, just some other things. At the bottom, you're going to see input display. Just to clear up some confusion, my mouse is an MMO mouse. All these buttons on my mouse are bound to F keys or, forward or back on mouse. Yes, thank you, Raitro, for posting that in the chat. So if you're wondering why, like, my switching nades bind is on F12, it's because that's on my mouse. As you can see in the input display, it's over there. Same thing with Crucible, mod swapping, chainsaw, punch, dash, etc. I'm just going to go through my controls for a bit. If you are curious and you are looking at and you're trying to study like how I specifically do a trick, here I'm going to scroll through them. All right. Generally, my weapons are on the bottom left of my keyboard. On my pinky, I use ESDF to move, and I change my FPS with my number keys. Okay. If you have any questions, let us know in the chat. Yeah, F keys are bound to the mouse. Mostly. Some of them aren't. But yeah. Is there anything else? I'm probably forgetting something. I'm not. Let's go on. So let's start on Hell on Earth. Everybody's favorite level. Absolutely everybody's. So we're going to start with the trick right away. So if you're playing an Ultra Nightmare, you can pretty much ignore this, or because you can't do this in Ultra Nightmare. What you're going to do is you're going to wait till Novik starts talking, or in this case you start seeing a little bit of red, and you're gonna alt tab and then tab back in. So again, alt tab, tab back in, and then you're gonna reset mission. However, there's an interesting caveat with this. If you're on a weaker CPU, this resetting mission probably won't work. Like on my old CPU that was 7 years old, this didn't work. I had to exit to menu instead. And I'm just gonna hold space here. As a result, I'm gonna be able to skip the cutscene. Then you can restart mission. Sometimes when you restart mission, you'll be forced to watch the cutscene again. Again, you'll have to exit the main menu. So right off the bat, the first thing we're going to do is a little optimization. Here, when do we shoot this guy? I like to immediately flick my mouse over to the right, and then shoot him like that. You can additionally run over here and shoot him right before you hit the pillar. And then I stand before the door about here, wait till it starts opening, and then we go. There's a lot of details here I'm glossing over. There's a lot of ways to do that movement I just did. I'm not going to really worry about it. You can jump, you can try and get the B-hop, or you can just walk down the stairs. Generally, you want to avoid walking up or down ramps, since that slows you down from your max walking speed. That's why you want to jump here. But if you jump here, you kind of get bonked by this. So there is some ways to slow yourself down so that you don't bonk on this. But generally, I wouldn't worry about this. Just walk down the stairs here, and then here you jump over the stairs so it doesn't slow you down. Grab the chainsaw, and then here we have a couple options. First, you can obviously do the punch boost, okay? The problem with this punch boost is that at FPSs at about maybe 150 or less, like if you're on console, I can't say I can recommend this. It's possible to do this on console. I'm going to slower my FPS. There are lineups here to do this punch boost, but I wouldn't recommend it because now I just don't know where I am. Because it takes a while to set up, and I'm not really that comfortable with them. I haven't been able to learn them recently. There is, if I can find a clip of it, I'll put it in the description of the video. Or you could just go around here and punch the box, right? But let's just learn the punch boost first.
3 seconds.
Yeah, it saves 3 seconds, yeah. Again, not really worth it to really learn if you're a beginner, but I should mention it anyway. Here's how I do it. I go over here and I aim at about in between these two things, okay? You kind of want to head on, and you want to start turning your mouse as you're punching immediately, and you want to turn it fast, okay? Punch, turn it fast. You also don't want to jump. You don't need to jump. The punch will do all the height for you. As Mute recently learned.
Yep. I did this for a year the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it worked. It doesn't really matter. So you want to punch, jump late, punch and jump late. Okay? You can go for this wood if you're not getting as much height. Actually, I don't have my FPS set to 200. You can go for that. I don't like this. Sometimes it's weird to mantle. The fastest way definitely is to go here. One little detail when you're jumping on this wood here, you're going to notice that, let me try and get it again. You're going to notice that you can't hold forward here, so you have to jump. And this is why it's faster to go the center here, mainly just because you would have to jump over here. You have to jump and then go over this. Let me pick up stickies. I'm using a controller, you would just mouse over it. Then, if you're playing an Ultra Nightmare, you can grab this. Do I have infinite ammo? And I do accidentally. So you can grab this. One way to do it is you can back up over here. And then once you see this at the corner of your eye, if you're playing at 120 FOV, what's my FOV? I don't know where the FOV is, probably in video somewhere.
Pretty sure this is 120. Yep.
Yeah, 120.
Yep.
I use this lineup. Obviously, if you're using a different FOV, you might have to use a different lineup, but I use this one, and then you can start charging your B-hop. Or you can do it this way, where you jump on top of this box, wait a beat.
I like this. I really like this.
And then try and go for the lurch there. Small details, not really that important. I'm not gonna go into too much more detail on them, but yeah. Okay, so
The hardest arena.
Barge, the hardest fight and the most luck-dependent fight. So this fight is random, but there are some guidelines you can follow. Firstly, there are a total of 17 enemies that you need to kill. The final one spawns when there is one enemy left alive. So you want to count to 16. Once you get to about 15, you kill one, and then the last one will always spawn in this spot right here. So let's back up and start from the beginning of the fight. Your general guiding principle is that you want to combat shotgun stuff that's close and sticky stuff that's far. Okay, that's a general guideline. Sometimes it's even better to, knowing that you could hit this guy from here, just run up to him and sticky him, as opposed to sticking him. Run up to him in combat shotgun rather than stay back here and sticky him. A general fight route that I think is very, very consistent is that you come in here, you kill as much as you can, and then once there's nothing over here that you can see, you basically want to stay around here. Once there's nothing over here you can see, you want to move to this general area, and here you can see most of the entire fight. You can see dudes back over there, you can see some dudes over here, maybe even up here if you want, right? If you want to see a little higher. Once you've cleared stuff up here, then you want to spend the rest of your time on this bridge. This is for two reasons. One, you can see most of the fight, but also because it gives you access to the ammo that's in these two corners. No matter what category you're playing, you're probably going to need to pick up this ammo. If you're playing on Ultra Nightmare, or actually, if you're playing on anything that isn't I'm Too Young to Die, you're probably going to need to pick up both of these. But if you're playing on Too Young to Die, I'm too young to die, you can probably pick up just one of them. So again, you just want to do that as much as you can, use the barrels as much as you can, and you want to kill them as much as...
The barrel is valuable.
The barrel is valuable, yeah. And once you're low on ammo, you pick up some more. Try and shotgun as much stuff as you can. This guy... Oopsie. I'm missing a lot. And now I'm out of ammo. I'm just going to give myself ammo.
Gaming.
Do that, and then... There you go, that's the final one. Now, again, I recommend as you come in, you start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, you miss one, 4 again, etc., etc. And then once you're at 15, look for your final one, and you want to be about here. Kill him, and charge your B-hop here. Like so. Okay. Now, there's a bunch of things we can do here. So the first, I'm going to cover the hardest one. We're going to do an edge ramp jump. To skip the mantle over here.
Nice.
No, this one is not an eater.
Nice.
This is an urge. Edge ramp jump, okay? Single jumps here. Oh, by the way, I knew I forgot something. My control scheme, I have the macro that we allow in our community set to spacebar. Okay? So whenever you see me b-hopping with spacebar, it's not because like I'm just some magnificent wizard. I'm actually just holding the macro. My single jump key is the N key, where I lift my thumb up to reach it. I have my keyboard slanted a little bit, right? So my thumb can reach the N key like that. And then of course the scroll wheel.
Over here.
Then we have the scroll wheel. I'll still use the scroll wheel. I use all 3 of them. It just depends on the situation. So for here, we want to do single jump, single jump, single jump. Okay? This is just a regular ERJ. Okay?
You're gonna be doing this a lot.
I mean, it's pretty common. I think maybe this category uses ERJs the most. The other option is to just not even do that. Step on the rail, run forward and double jump and mantle. Easy skip. You want to jump earlier than you think. Like you don't want to jump when you're down here, otherwise you're not going to be able to reach it. You want to just come over here and just jump. Okay? If you're back at the beginning, that looks something like this. You can even b-hop it. Very simple. Okay. The other alternative is to just not do any of that and just be up over here, get a ramp hop if you can, and come up here. Avoid a mantle, etc. A bunch of basic stuff. There might be a future where picking up full auto is a thing, so I'm just going to pick up full auto. It can be helpful in some fights. I wouldn't say it's safer for Ultra Nightmare, but it can be nice because you can do sticky canceling with it, mod canceling. Okay, so here, there's a lot of things that are going to happen, and I'm in fact going to open up some very long console command just so I can show you this a bunch of times. Okay, so I'm gonna punch the wall. I'm just gonna do this first and then I'm gonna explain what I do after. Punch boost. Oh, the dude left. Let's hoodwink some zombies over.
Oh,
this guy will do.
There.
Oh, I missed it. Okay, let's try again.
And out of bounds.
And out of bounds. Okay, let's do it again. Let's go over here again. See if the spider cooperates. This is RNG, by the way. Not that punch boost, the spider punch boost here. So
Spider is very RNG.
Oh.
Spider is in one position.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, well, this actually works. You can actually do this.
You can make that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's easy to go out of bounds like that.
Yeah, this is a little slow. And then, if you're in, let's hush everybody up. If you're in Ultra Nightmare, you're just going to grab this and run towards the door. If you're in Classic, instead you're just going to grab this and reload.
After you hit the checkpoint. You have to hit the checkpoint by the door.
Checkpoint, yeah. So again, let me do it again. Let me do it clearer this time. Hopefully the spider cooperates, and I don't mantle. Spider is cooperating.
These are our punch boosts. You just hold W and you punch. That easy.
Yeah. And then you want to bounce off this bench. And there you go. Now I fucked up, and excuse me, I messed up, and I forgot to remove all the checkpoints, so now I can't show you this trick again. But the way you do this punch boost, let's kill everybody so everything's quiet. The way you do this punch boost here with this meatball is, let me summon a meatball. Oopsie, summon above me. Is when it's flying by, this the meatball that I just punched over there actually doesn't have collision. Okay, You can't go.
This one does.
You can go through it. You can fly right through it. And what we're doing is we're punching it, and it sends us right through the meatball. The where you want to aim is about this spot over here, and you want to aim at about this angle. You don't want to aim like this or like this. You want to aim about here. The reason you do is because you want to actually bonk off the ceiling. The trigger here for this fight doesn't go all the way up to the invisible ceiling here. So you actually want to bonk into the ceiling and then drop down and hit the trigger. Okay? Now, that's the first part. So you come over here, you drop down, you blow up the barrel to get stuff out of your way, you jump over this obstacle, and then you do your punch. Okay? Make sure to hold forward. Like with any punch boost, you most of the speed comes from holding forward. Now, if you don't want to do the punch boost, that's fine. You don't have to do the punch boost. You can just take the normal route. It's perfectly fine. You just take the monkey bar, drop in, and then you do the fight, right? You can do the punch boost that we showed you here, or you can just do the fight. If you're doing the punch boost, there's two ways to do it. There's the faster way, which is the spider. So with the spider, if it's here, right, it has a random chance of going in all random directions. Sometimes it'll just stay still, and sometimes it'll do what it actually just did to me the first two times that we saw this. It ran forward, and then it ran back. And then I waited till I was close to it, stickied, dropped down like this, and then punched from here. Okay? So again, sticky when you're really close. If you sticky when you're back here, it's going to start moving after the turret breaks and you're screwed. You want to wait till you're close, and then punch it. What happened the first time is the spider just moved and it was disqualified. So instead I lured a couple zombies here to this edge, and then I punch boost. If you punch boost here, there's a risk of you bonking or flying the way I did, but you generally want to punch boost on this side. Alright? Once you fly up, you want to try and land on this and bonk in that direction. If you're an Ultra Nightmare, it might even be faster just go straight up this way, right, and just go this way, if you can. But in Classic, you want to hit this checkpoint here. You want to hit the checkpoint that's around here, and that'll open the door. Okay? So once you pick up the heavy cannon, grab the heavy cannon, reload. That'll put you in front of the door. Now I'm just going to do a section.
Checkpoint is viable.
I'm going to do a section here, and then I'll explain after how it works. I think I'm going to fail this. Yeah, I failed. Let's do it again.
Oh, so close.
I jumped a little too, or I punched a little late. Ramp up.
You're using the carcass of the spider to do a punch boost. It doesn't have any collision, but it's still towards you. It still draws you towards the turret, which you can use to do whatever he's doing right now.
And if you're a little low,
hard.
then there you go. And you skip a bunch of fighting down over here. Now, of course, this isn't required.
I must say, like, the first one you did, it's still viable if you jumped earlier, and you could just back it up.
Yeah. I recommend practicing this. The way I do this is that I chop, or the way I've been taught to do this is that you chop, you look up, then you tap forward and jump right after, or jump right before you punch. Look up, do that, right?
You jump?
Yeah, you jump just a little bit. You want to jump. If you don't jump, then it'll send you way too high. All right, so you want to jump a little bit.
It slows you down just a little bit.
Yeah. It slows you down, or rather, just the angle is a little better. You're not. It's not about the speed. It's just the angle sends you too far up, and then it's a little slow. So you want to jump and then punch, but don't. If you know you in the first example where I failed it, it's because I jumped and then punched a little late. So let's do it again. I'll go over the beginner version of this in a second.
Just a general rule for all punch boosts, you should be holding forward.
I kill the imp over there just to get out of the way. There we go, this is good. Nice slow strafe, we don't have air control, so we gotta do a slow strafe.
Beautiful.
Okay, let's cover how to do this as a beginner. So, assuming you do the punch boost, you're gonna do almost exactly the same thing. You're gonna go over here, you're gonna sticky this dude to get him out of the way, because sometimes he can block you. Sometimes this soldier can block you. Again, lurches. You're gonna kill this imp here, and you're gonna chainsaw. Then you're going to kill these 3 fodder here. You're gonna kill the 3 fodder, and then you're gonna move on. Alright? Now there's a few ways to do this area. You can do the budget skip. Okay? Alright? Or you can just go over here. I have an entire video on the budget skip. I'm already like loafing on a little bit too much, so I'm just going to link the budget skip in the description, and you guys can watch it, but if you just want to see the inputs, I'll do it again. Nope, I failed it, of course. There you go. Okay. Instead here you can just do some movement. Right. Here you can skip a little bit of movement by jumping up like this, grabbing the wall from over there. Okay. If you don't have chainsaw, you would just kill the spider by aiming for its turret. Stickies, really slow. And then you kill these guys, etc. Okay. So, we'll grab this. Here you want to do a double jump to bonk your head on this. That way you can charge a lurch there. Here in the subway, I'm kind of going to gloss over it because it really is like what you see is what you get. Bonk a little bit. Bonk. Oopsie, I bonked. There's a ton of practice you can do. There's a lot of details in there. I'm going to gloss over them for now. Here we're going to pick up Precision Bolt.
The greatest weapon.
Use Q and then select Precision Bolt. Switch out of this. Here you can do a special thing where to save a little bit of ammo, you can aim the sticky there and it'll hit the soldier and he spawns. So you come out with this, kills the soldier, grab some more ammo.
Neat.
Here you want to sticky one imp, sticky the Caco Demon, and sticky the third imp. Or sticky the second imp.
Why is there a soldier that spawned?
Because I missed him. There he is. I just missed him. Then. So sticky, sticky, sticky. Glory kill. You want to turn and aim here. Let's just stop the game for a second. You want to turn and aim here because these there are two spawns here. There's one over here. There's usually some up there. There's one spawn over there. You want to look there. Clear this general area. Or rather, let me try again. This is your route. First you look this way, you clear this way and here, and then finally you go towards here. The reason you don't want to stand up here is because of game design.
Yep. Look at a wall. If you try to aim downwards, your shots will magically disappear.
So that's why as you're clearing these guys, you want to jump over and then turn around and clear these guys. So, sticky, precision bolt, etc., etc. Okay, another thing I should mention. So after this soldier, these two imps, and this Caco Demon, the way it works is that the next wave starts once you've killed 3 soldiers and 4 imps. 3 soldiers and 4 imps. These imps actually respawn. So if you miss one imp and another one spawns in front of you, just kill it. That also counts towards the next wave. Let's continue.
There will be 8 imps in total after the Caco Demon.
Yeah, 8 imps in total.
Just in total, all of them together.
So I'm a little low on ammo because I messed up and I was showing stuff off. There you go. And then usually there's a few imps left over. Now, a bunch of people do different things here. Massive and Mute tend to like to sit up here. Oh, by the way, you got to pick up this fuel. It's very important.
That's necessary, yes.
Yeah. Massive and Mute like to sit up here and not grab this ammo. I instead prefer what Mute used to do, which is where once you pick up the ammo and the spider starts spawning, oopsie, you kill stuff, nade, clear the turret of the spider, and then immediately go after imps while moving towards this general direction over here. Now, the important thing here is that because all of the imps haven't spawned, you want to focus on the imps rather than killing the spider. This is actually very important. The reason whenever you see me play here, kill the soldier, precision bolt, nade, and sticky here. And then immediately after I get the turret, I turn around and ignore the spider. And the reason is because this is the most convenient time to get the max damage of the turret kill with sticky. And then after that, I just go towards here. If I don't see any imps, then I opportunistically kill the spider. And then if I see an imp, I give up on the spider kill and immediately go for the imps. Because the imps take a while to respawn fully, and then once you've cleared all of them, then you can then the fight ends. So continue here.
Side note: if you shoot their turret and then you shoot somewhere else, the sticky will cancel.
Yeah,
the crit's gonna cancel.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they know that. That's like weapon tech. I'll cover that later. Okay, so let me, before I get a checkpoint here, let me just try and do the entire fight. Myself ammo. Forgot the sticky here. Precision bolt is fine too. Sticky 1, sticky 2. You actually want to wait here a little bit because Caco Demon has a tendency of spawning and then spinning. And then your sticky will miss and then you'll be upsetty. So turn around. Nothing spawns there. Nothing there. Oopsie, I missed. Unfortunate. Losing time. Soldier being a meme. should be done. And here I'm going to charge a B-hop, and I'm going to try and do the Core Warp.
Yes.
I'll explain how this works in a second.
No.
I got it.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Okay. So,
Nice.
this trick, I'm charging a B-hop here. You can also, if you're doing Master's Method, you can go here as well. If you don't get the Lurch Hop, I don't recommend doing the Core Warp. Some people will say otherwise. Some people will say, oh, if you miss it, just get the monkey bar and then carry on, and then try to do the trick anyway. Some people might even say do it this way. The evidence is that if you do it without the Lurch Hop over here, like the big, huge amount of speed, then it saves very little time, and there's a good chance that your run ends. So instead, if you just fail the Lurch Hop, I recommend, personally, that you just give up and just go the intended way, and just go for bunny hops here, etc., etc. If it does spawn you here, what you're going to do is go for a lurch. I'm going to try and fail it here for a moment. If you fail it, you just bunny hop off this pipe. Right? If you get no speed, you just bunny hop off the pipe instead. Okay, that's your backup.
If you get 0 speed off the pipe, well, reset.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, I'm usually able to just maintain the speed. If you lose your speed off the pipe, then yeah, you're probably going to have to reset. But even so, this wall is quite low. You can grab it from the bottom. Right, moving on. Anyway. The rest is pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to kill this imp. I'm going to actually spend the extra ammo to kill the imp because the imp will actually follow you here and might bonk you. This tentacle actually opens the door. So yeah.
It's required. Yes.
Charging B-ops here. The tentacle. Grab the ammo. And now here, if you're entering this fight with 5 or less shotgun shells, you're going to want to pick up the shotgun shells here. Right? But if you're entering with like 7 or 8, you don't need to pick up the shells. Alright, let's get started with this fight. There's a lot to this fight. I have no target on XD.
Oh boy. This fight is overly complicated.
Yeah, there's a lot of details here. I'm going to blast through it first, and then I'm going to cover those details.
And that's it. That's the fight.
Almost. I missed a bunch of imps at the beginning. A lot of imps at the beginning. Okay, so let's go through it slowly
You just
again.
missed 2.
I missed 3.
What?
Somehow, yeah. Okay, so the first thing we do is we jump in and we kill this imp here. Actually, let me go through the spawns of this location. It's actually very simple, the spawns here. You have one imp spawning there, one soldier here, a soldier up on this bridge, soldier there, imp here, and one imp here. And then a final imp here. This imp is consistently going to jump down over here. And this Cacodemon is on a little bit of a timer. It's actually on a trigger. You got to hit this trigger, and then the Cacodemon, a timer will start, and this Cacodemon will start spawning. You actually noticed there while I was down here, I didn't immediately go up to go meet this Cacodemon. I just waited because this Cacodemon takes forever to spawn. So you want to be down here, you want to clear as much fodder as you can. This guy is probably hard to hit, very unlikely that you can hit him. Sometimes he runs over to this guy, and as you're sticking him, he dies. If you're lucky, most of the time you're just going to have to deal with him later. But anyway, you can consistently go to sticky this guy, precision bolt the guy who drops down here, clear this guy, and if you don't get him, that's fine, because you're going to jump up, sticky, sticky, kill a meatball, and then sometimes you'll see them as you're dropping down. Maybe you can get a free pot shot before you glory kill this guy. Once you've gotten the 2 cacos, this spider is going to spawn. I actually recommend that you, as you're dropping down here, you clear any zombies that are here. And I usually, what you saw when I did this is I just spam stickies here, like burned ammo. Okay? After that, you're going to chainsaw. And then you're actually going to see a lot of runners nade here. I don't recommend it. Instead, what I'd recommend you do is particularly find 1 imp to kill. You want to kill just 1 imp. Because if you kill 2 imps by accident, then you're going to spawn more imps. Specifically 2 more imps. So you've killed 2 and then you just got 2 back. But if you kill 1, you'll know if you've killed all of the initial imps, you'll know that there's only 2 left over. That way, you can then do the regular kill on this guy. Alright, and usually they're charging up here, or they're hiding somewhere.
When you are chainsawing the spider, there's usually about 3 spawns you can immediately see.
Yeah.
From when you're chainsawing the spider, just kill one of those, you'll be fine, and don't kill any other imp.
Yeah, I would just precision bolt specifically. I wouldn't even sticky because there's a chance of problems happening. You saw in this example that when that there was an imp spawning there. That's extremely rare. In fact, I've never seen an imp spawn there after with the spider. Actually, it's just like marathon effect. Okay.
I was like, what? Where did that come
So
from?
yeah, you saw me B-hop in and try and maintain my speed. This is so I could get to this location as fast as possible because I can see 2 of the extra imp spawns. If I stay back here, it's a little bit harder to see this guy and a little harder to see this guy through zombies. Then jump up, sticky, sticky, glory kill, Alright, and maybe even throw a nade here if you need to. Chop. I actually grabbed this ammo. I recommend you do as well. Kill that. Take the boost pad. Precision bolts, combat shotgun, and then sticky the remaining dudes. And then here you actually want to burn your stickies as much as you can. So that way you have a full 3 stickies coming up into this next fight. Now this fight is also a little bit complicated, but it's actually kind of what you see, what you get. You want to prioritize this back imp first as you jump down, kill the back imp. Then you want to kill close guys. Precision bolt, precision bolt, precision bolt. Once there's only 1 left alive, these 2 will spawn. So then you... There you go. Kill this guy, and a lot of people here will chainsaw. I recommend instead just maintaining a bunny hop, burning a bunch of stickies and nades, and then chainsawing this guy. That's my recommendation. Kill the spider, make sure the turret does max damage.
A good setup for that spider is just 2 PBs and then 3 stickies to the head. He'll stagger.
Yeah. There's a bunch of ways to do this fight. I'm gonna gloss over them. You can even chainsaw the spider. I wouldn't worry about it. It's questionable that it's even faster. But the key here is to make sure that you keep moving while you're shooting the spider. Even if the spider runs away from you, is like behind there, just try and get pot shots off. Because your goal is actually to spawn these 2 imps. And there's the trigger to spawn these 2 imps is actually twofold. One is to kill the spider, and the other one is to actually walk past a certain spot somewhere here. So you actually just want to get to as close to them as possible, so they spawn as soon as possible. Even if killing the spider is a little slower, right? So even if you're missing the spider, just try and get pot shots off, and then shoot them from all the way back here, and then the imps will be behind you, and you want to clear them. And you stand right where the portal spawns, and you can tell if this fight's failed because this invisible wall that's right in front of me won't be there, and you'll just walk straight through. You'll just walk straight through and fall off the map, and you'll be like, oh, hilarious. Then we have some basic B-ops here. Some people do this differently. My preferred method is to walk all the way up to here, double jump, get a nice lurch, burn my second jump, and then fail a B-hop because I'm bad. You'll see a lot of people over here actually try and maintain their B-hop. I don't recommend it. I instead recommend you stop your B-hop, like you just stop and start walking here. That way you can ramp jump up here, ramp jump, sorry. Again, we want to avoid walking downstairs as much as possible, so you see me ramp jump here. Then ramp jump off the top, delayed second jump, and lurch. And that's the end of Hell on Earth.
Oh man, we're leaving Hell on Earth? Aw.
Already 30 minutes in. Okay, let's speed through some other stuff. This is pretty much what you see is what you get. In general, you want to be, like, the use key in this game is a very short range, so you want to be right in front of it. Okay. And the cool, and this is actually only available after a few seconds of this, so you don't have to rush to get to this. You want to grab ammo. Again, if you have a controller, you can plug in a menu with the controller a little bit there. Here we go. Okay.
Yay! Time for
Exultia, the first cool level. There is a way to save 1.5 seconds here at the beginning. I'm not even going to show you because it's dumb and not very... it's not very good. Anyway, lurch here.
You do a B-hop all the way through the bridge. It's not
so
worth
this
it.
wall
Don't do it.
is deceptive. You can't grab this top part. You're gonna... Oh. I am now...
Oh, Superman, hello?
I am now out of the map. You actually... The only part that's grabbable is here. Like, I'm holding forward. I can't go up. So this top part is not grabbable. It's right beside this brick here. This brick. Right, so that's where you're aiming for. This area. So yeah. Bunny up. Lurch up. Aim beside the brick. And there you go. Now we carry on. Some more B-hops. I failed. XD. Let's pretend I didn't fail. Punch the wall. Come out here. And now in this fight there's a bunch of ways to do it. But the most important priority is that you kill a gargoyle first. You kill one of the imps. And these two things are the only thing you need to start the next wave. So as long as you kill the gargoyle and one of these two imps, then you'll be fine. You'll be pretty much doing the fight almost as fast as you can. So let's try again. And do this. Nade, sticky, sticky. We stand in front of this guy, and he dies out of bounds. I like this particular method. I let the checkpoint go. Let's actually just fly over, since we're so close. Okay. So, now, this is obviously going to be a little bit different in later patches, because in later patches, the Cacodemon doesn't die out of bounds here. So instead, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to feed it veggies as soon as possible. So, kill, kill, don't miss shots, kill this, nade, sticky, sticky, and then go after the dude. Like that. That's your route in later patches. Now here there's a bunch of things you can do. Here there's a bunch of things you can do. Some people go for this Biop here, like this. Alright. Some people just sit in front of the door and walk through it. My preferred method is that I go to the bottom of the stairs. Once the door starts opening, the creaking starts happening, I will hold forward, jump off the top here, and just... That's my timing for the lurch.
Oh, what about the new punch boost?
The new punch boost that needs air control, smart. This area over here is very bumpy and very poorly designed, as you can see. Sometimes you'll just bump up and miss it. So you can actually, maybe you can even actually jump into this. And again, use key has a very short range, a deceptively short range. Grab that. Now.
You also can't grab the top of the fist.
Yeah. Anyway, I wait till I'm able to see this before I start jumping through here. Let me show you that. Gonna lower. Oops, I went too early. I thought I saw something.
It's easy to bonk here.
Yeah, it's very easy to bonk here, so we're gonna wait till that shows, and then delayed second jump, and then we do our lurch.
You're up against the wall a little bit.
Yeah. Make sure to kill all your speed. Make sure to kill all your forward speed. Right. Okay, hush, now children, hush. So you want to make sure to kill all your forward speed by actually bonking to the wall, and then holding forward this way, and then getting the lurch. And you want to stick to the outer ring. You don't want to go inside, because then you're going to get bonk into enemies. And you don't have the control yet. For here, you can actually, believe it or not, pick up runes from the back. Pick it up. And then you want to wait till you saw this see this symbol that you just saw up there, and then you want to exit to menu. Ultra Nightmare, you can't do this. You still want to pick this up in Ultra Nightmare. It's that valuable.
You can't not. Oh, you just have to touch it. I guess you can not pick it up, but
you can pick it. You can technically skip this, open it, close it, and then this door will open. But you shouldn't, unless you're playing low percent or Bloodshot. Here you want to jump off the ledge here. Sticky, sticky jump, sticky, miss the sticky, and then chainsaw.
I recommend not PBing any of those soldiers. Just don't do it.
Specifically, I said sticky for a very good reason, because for some inexplicable reason, the precision bolt just does not like working in this arena. So again, jump over. Sticky, once you reach the height of this, you want to jump. Sticky, sticky. And then usually it's still in the air. Down here, B-hop. And then chop the dude. Okay. Now this fight's, again, a little complicated. I'll try and breeze through it. So let me just do it in full speed first. Miss a bunch of shots. Oopsie, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, I thought it was a ghost chainsaw.
It was not.
Yeah.
Let me try again.
Has anyone seen ghost chainsaws on Cacos? Is that a thing? Beating.
Let's just pretend I glory killed it.
Yep, we're gaming. My line up to the wall is generous. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I missed the sticky a little bit, and then survived. But generally, you want to look there. Okay, so let's go through it slowly again. So, literally, you just want to walk here. Precision bolt, precision bolt, precision bolt, and then here you want to aim at this caco, but at this line. Like that. And it'll consistently put some food in its mouth. Then you want to keep precision bolting. Now here's the important thing. I see some people stop here and kill fodder. You don't want to. You want to actually enter the arena, because as soon as you do, this Cacodemon spawns. And while it's spawning, you clear as much fodder as you can. You feed this guy a veggie. You feed this guy a second veggie. Glory kill this guy. And then this guy should actually have no HP off those two veggie kills, off those two veggie feeds. If you miss an imp, you can grab it. And then here, we just quick kill this guy. Oopsie. Here you want to line up just about here and aim there. sticky, sticky, nade, sticky. Punch cancel a precision bolt. And now for some reason, of course, it's failing because it's tutorial time. Of course it fails during the tutorial, but never during actual runs. Anyway, so right after you kill the spider, you want to b-hop. I'll try it for you, Nova. I'll try it.
Okay.
Of course. I'm a god gamer. I'm a god gamer.
That is nice.
Probably no target, but yeah. Okay, yeah.
No, it was okay.
No. Somebody said probably the reason why the simp didn't die is because I have no target.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. But I didn't have no target when I was doing it earlier. Okay, so yeah, you want to b-hop here. Let me just explain what happened. So this is a punch boost. I do not recommend it. It's very hard. I can't believe I actually got it. Instead, you're just going to run to this monkey bar, and then as soon as you hit the monkey bar, the checkpoint trigger is about here in front of the monkey bar. You just reload.
With that punch boost, can you get all the way to a chain? Is that a thing?
You can probably b-hop and then ramp up off to it.
You can ramp really quick.
Yeah. If you're playing Ultra Nightmare, I'm going to cover how to do this area in Ultra Nightmare in a second. It's very different. But let's just start with how to do it this way. So here, we're just going to do it very slow. Very cool, interesting. Very simple ramp hops. Again, I'm just tapping my N key. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm failing it, of course. Punch it from behind. Punch this. And punch this. Okay? Sometimes if I just stand on this and punch it, the thing will just push me around and then push me straight into this. Sometimes, but yeah. So.
I have a minute for that.
Yeah, I have a minute for it, I just failed it. I'm not going to really worry about it. It's not really that important. You have to wait for this to open anyway. Now, if you're playing Ultra Nightmare, you can't do the skip I'm about to do. When Ultra Nightmare, you would just grab this and carry on and do the Rotunda fight. The Rotunda 2 fight. But in this category, you're going to grab this, escape, and exit to menu.
You have to do this fast.
You have to do this pretty fast. Well, rather, you have to hit escape. You don't have to exit to menu right away. You can just hit escape right after you pick it up, right? So pick it up, exit to menu. Or escape, and then you can exit to menu slowly if you want, but yeah, that's slow. Now you'll notice something. I have dash, but I'm on this side, when I should be on this side. Okay, that's no Novik. Okay? I'm going to carry on for a moment to the battery, and then I'm going to explain how Ultra Nightmare would do this area. So you're going to go for B-hop, dash, go over here, very simple. Okay? Now Ultra Nightmare would do this entire area differently. Firstly, you wouldn't chainsaw this all night. Instead, you would just kill it normally with stickies, flame belch, blood punch, and nades. There are some lineups. I recommend you watch Hundo Runners if you want those specific lineups. And instead of killing the spider normally, you would do chainsaw. Don't pick up this chainsaw, right? Try to avoid it. Chainsaw and then step away from the chainsaw, and then do your b-hop like this. Then you carry on, etc., etc., etc. Once you pick up dash, you want to try and b-hop through this area. I recommend going like this. Grab the wall, dash again. Here you're going to hold forward, and you're going to, once you reach about this spot, you're going to wall dash. Okay? Grab some ammo, and then you're going to do this fight.
And the crits. Adjusts are important.
Mm-hmm.
Nifty little wall dash after this that you could use.
Yeah. Jump up here. You grab the fuel now. Remember, we avoided it when we chainsaw the spider. Wall dash.
Oh.
Okay.
Shout outs to Kovac.
I think I found that wall dash specifically.
Wait,
but
you found
shout outs to Kovac as well anyway. He's baller. Aside from using mouse Excel. What a fucking heathen.
Imagine
Excuse me again.
mouse
sorry.
Excel.
Excuse me. Foul language. So yeah. So again, just to wrap up, Ultra Nightmare would do things slightly differently. This is a tiny thing. You can still chainsaw that Hell Knight we chainsawed all the way over there, and just do the same route. It's just a little bit wonky. You're missing out on a blood. You're missing out on excuse me, a nade or on some nade damage, etc., etc. Okay, so you come in here, and then what you see here is what you get. Precision bolt. Nade here. Some people have experienced that. Some people experience that.
Yep.
But sometimes there's a small chance that this nade falls to the ground. I've actually experienced this, but I can't actually replicate it. I actually took the time yesterday to try and replicate it, but I haven't been able to make the nade go through the ground. But that's my preferential way to do it. You nade there, dash, dash, blow up that barrel, kill this dude, kill this dude, kill this dude.
One estimation is when you look away and the ground doesn't load, the nade just falls through.
Pretty much what you see is what you get. I failed this, of course, and try it again. Oopsie daisies, I failed this. I should have dashed. I'm gonna gloss over this. It's just movement. You generally want to delay your dash a little bit longer than you think your second jump a little longer than you think you need to when you're navigating through this area, just so you can bonk off there, like that. Okay. We're gonna grab Heat Blast. There's a chance that Heat Blast might be slow in the future, but yeah, you reload if you play classic. Ultra Hammer, you don't. Wall dash. Try and maintain your speed as you go up this, maybe with some ramp hops. Oopsie. Should normally have a. Normally, what you want to do here is fast fall, dash, like that. Dash, dash. Here, there's a Xiae boost. I don't like it. I don't like the Xiae boost. I don't think you should go for it. It's not very consistent. So instead, you're just going to do a dash boost.
So on this rock, on the right side of the rock, that's how Drake did it. If you do it on the left side, you can get more height. It's like, it's equivalent to a Xiae boost, but it's
not quite.
It's harder.
Not quite. Like, you have to Xiae boost this. There's a lot of details here. I would just say, like, kind of in general over here. Oopsie. Make sure you hold backwards after this, because if you don't hold backwards, you're going to bonk. Just dash and hold backwards. Like that. Okay, so dash. Oopsie, I missed it. So we go for this backup, which is this little invisible ledge here. Come up here. And if you actually make it over here, what you're going to do is you're going to jump around like this. Turn, ramp jump, wall dash.
Oh, that's really nice. Holy.
Okay, the rest is what you see is what you get. And then right over here, on the third door, you're going to look for this green button. Just watch out for that button over there. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to charge Heat Blast a little bit. Watch out for the green button over there. And as soon as it turns green, we're going to wall dash.
Spear skip, there it is. Easy.
Okay. We don't pick up the invisible fuel in this category. Okay, now. It would be irresponsible for me to ignore the fact that this is a little bit different in later patches. So, let's say you fail this. First, let's talk about what happens if you fail this. If you fail this, then you just reload checkpoint and just do the B-hop. Or you can go all the way back over there and just do the B-hop again. Nice scroll, slow scroll. Mantle. Okay? Let's hush now, children. Stop attacking me.
Nice.
Now, if you're playing on later patches, we're talking 1.2 or 2.0 and later, instead, the invisible wall is going to go all the way across. You're not going to be able to... The invisible wall here is like this, right? In later patches, it's like this. It's much bigger. So instead, you want to go down here, B-hop, and then do that instead. Okay? Now, if you still miss that, and you can't reload, there's a few options. Alright, if you miss this, oh no. You can do an edge boost here, which is a pain in the ass. If you're still on 1.0 and fail it and you can't reload, you can try this dash boost, which I'm gonna fail. Okay, I didn't fail it, of course. It's because it's, you know, I hate this dash boost. It's terrible, but you can do it that way as well. But generally, just don't mess this up. It's actually not that hard. You just make sure to maintain your B-hop. If you're on console, I guess maintaining your B-hop is a little bit harder, and you might have to do something different here. But again, those are all the backups. So as you're flying up here, you just dash. Wall dash here.
Wall dash.
Wall dash here. Look at this. Double jump.
I actually suggested barrel boosting off of those barrels. It's actually kind of consistent.
Who?
Xiae.
Oh, nothing Xiae does is consistent, bro. He's a liar. Yeah, you can...
I've seen him do it.
You can do a barrel boost. Yeah, I mean, I've done it before as well. You can do a barrel boost. Just don't make sure not to slow down time. Otherwise, you'll go to jail. Anyway, so you pick this up. You actually want to double jump here before you do your wall dash. Okay, that way so the jump spacing is good enough. You hit a ramp hop here. Let's pretend I hit the ramp hop. Dash, ramp hop. Okay, now here's a baller thing Nova showed us a few days ago. You walk off here and double dash straight into a straight into wall dash. You can actually just straight up do this blind while there's guts in your face. Right? I kind of did it poorly there. Let me try it again. Walk off. There you go. Okay. Try and get a B-hop. Oh, I should probably explain here. When you're falling down the shaft, don't hold forward. Let go forward, and then at the very end, start holding forward. This is because I think there's some janky collision here that's just blocking you. You want to make sure not to be touching this backside over here.
Hey,
right.
wall friction.
Kill these dudes. Whiff shots because you're bad.
Sticky PB depending on ammo.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Here we're going to sticky, and then here we're going to use our heat blast that we charged all the way back before before Spearscape. Blast. Here you're going to notice something weird. You actually, this meatball is actually going to be behind the wall if you're fast enough. Bang, it's going to be behind the wall. So what I like to do is I dash up here, and then I go for the sticky on the meatball. So you want to sticky them, sticky these two guys, and then you want to get this guy. Okay? You want to grab ammo here. It's actually very important. You then want to set up punch boosts. There's a bunch of things you can do here. Let's start with the basic, which is where you just do the fight. Okay?
Oh, that... You actually hit that. My god, that's really hard to hit.
What started it? The wall dash?
The invisible wall dash, yeah.
I mean, I just kind of winged it. Dash boost up here, and then you go on. Okay? Then there's... Oh, don't do that. Then there's the other method. Holy crap, we're 15 minutes in. I gotta speed things up. Then there's another method, which is an edge boost. Let's just clear the spider. Go over here. Xiae edge boost. I failed the Xiae edge boost. I'm not gonna get into too much detail. This is slow and not very fun. Moving on. You basically do the same thing, skip over the invisible wall. The final one is the punch boost, which is this, where we do this, you break the turret, and then fail the punch boost because you're bad. Like that. And this is perfectly legal as long as you don't go over any invisible walls. Then you're going to do a lurch hop into Goober. I'm going to cover Goober in a second. The harder method to do this punch boost is to set up a combo boost here. Like so.
That doesn't work for me for some reason.
I got a poor punch boost, but you get the idea. I'm not going to get into too much detail over this. You do the punch boost. There are lineups. Nova has a lineup. Cal does a lineup. I'm using Nova's lineup. Let's just cover Goober for a second. So you'll notice there that I'm teleported there as opposed to here. Let me hit this death point again. Okay. And that's because there's two death planes here, and they're really close to each other at about this location. And you can actually just dash through them and hit the second one behind this first one. Alright, and that's what we're doing with Goober. There's a bunch of ways to do Goober. You can do it from here and charge your speed and blah blah blah. Or you can do a wall dash. Okay.
I suggest that, by the way.
Dash into it. Alright. If you're doing the punch boost, and you get enough, and you get the height, you should be able to carry a lurch, like I did before, straight in, and you won't need a dash. Like that. You don't need a dash. Okay? Okay. Moving on. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Generally, you want to be aiming towards here. There is a small chance if you don't quite hit this corner that, like, you have enough speed to hit both death planes, but try and just hit this corner over here. Just in general, this corner. The death plane is taller than you think, and it's actually, yeah. Then we have this small Era J, which is cute. I'm not going to really go into it too much. I failed it. If you fail it, luckily you can usually just get over here. You're going to charge Heat Blast here. You want to charge it fully this time as opposed to one charge. Double dash.
Rook farming. Our favorite fight.
Oh, got the lurch. Right here, very complicated route. Oopsie.
You're gonna get 5 fodder to your total if you do Goober.
Okay, so that's your route. And then usually there's going to be 3 fodder left over if you do this all properly. I killed one. Now there should only be 2. 1, 2. Yep. Let's do it again. So a lot of things to discuss in this route. Early game routes are early game fights are some of the most complicated. So The way this fight works is you kill the spider, then this Hell Knight spawns. Once you kill the Hell Knight, the Kaku Demon starts spawning. We stick around here a little bit longer to clear some fodder, because the gargoyles always spawn in these locations. 1, 2, 3. They spawn always in these 3 locations, so while we're here, might as well nade, clear this, and then the Kaku Demon will finish spawning. Kill the Kaku Demon, kill any fodder or the Revenant if you can, then you want to kill the spider as soon as possible. Prioritize the spider, okay? Kill the spider, and then you clear any fodder left over. One little note I forgot to mention at the beginning. If you fail the lurch that I got over there, you can just do a wall dash. Okay?
Oh, I didn't know that was there. Nice. Like I could use that.
Okay? See the gargoyle spawn there. Okay? If you don't see any fodder here, what you want to do is wall dash over here, and they should be here. So once you pop out the portal, kill a Kako, kill the Rev or maybe some extra fodder, kill the spider, and if you see no fodder in this location, immediately go over here, and they should be around here if you do this fast enough. All right, let's kill AI and move on. It's Exultia.
You know, sometimes
Also,
there can be soldiers that are AFK, but
yeah. Also, by the way, if you're playing Ultra Nightmare, Goober is a little scary. Make sure you have enough HP going into Goober, because you're hitting 2 death points. Here I have a lineup for this ramp dash, 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 like that. Aim at this. Alright. Some people just turn around and just line it up like so. There's a lot of ways to do it. I'm not going to go into too much detail. It's not that big of a deal. You're just going to have to practice it this way. Like, or, I still miss this. It's a little challenging. Then we just wall dash. Plug in the battery and exit to main menu. Ultra Nightmare would obviously not be able to do this. Then there's a variety of things you can do here. Let me do the newbie thing.
Oh no.
Wait.
do it for the voice line.
I don't do the voice line.
Well.
I do the I just do the fortress sound.
Oh, you don't wait for the
Yeah. Well, I
use
used
the
to.
voice
Now I
line.
just do the old strat or the new strat where you reload on ice bomb.
Yep.
So we do that, and then we just wait for the fortress sound, the beeping sound to turn on. That's my. After this, you don't have to rush. You can wall dash, but you don't have to rush because you're waiting for this door to be able to open.
If you get there before 6 seconds, then you're gonna have to wait for the door anyways.
Hilarious. It busted. I think I picked up. I think I picked up the ice bomb too early there. If you're
Oh, you
wondering.
soft locked?
Yeah, I soft locked.
Oh yeah, if you pick it up too early, you soft lock here.
Okay. Now let's do the newer version, where instead do this. Reload. This one's easy. I don't think it's too hard. I'll show it to you. Stand here. Pick up ice bomb as soon as you can. Instantly reload. Now you're here. You have to be fast. You can't be slow. Wall dash.
Now you have to make it.
I'm a little slow. I still made it. And the door opens. And that saves 3 seconds of in-game time. You want to reload after you pick up the ice bomb. It's very important.
And you have to
Otherwise,
be fast.
this bottom door won't open. Now, here with this bottom door, the trigger to open this bottom door is actually... You actually can't be here. Like, if you drop down and you sit in front of the door, it won't open. You have to be somewhere in the middle here, and then you go. Okay? There's a bunch of ways to do this. Wall dashes, dash. Like, the old method was you just dash once, dash twice. Then you dash, pick this up, and now Ripatorium. Ripatorium is basically barge, but better, because we have precision bolt. So I like to drop down the middle here onto this podium. Stickies when you can, and at some point you actually want to abandon this podium and you want to go to here, and you just want to precision bolt as much as you can, because then you can pick up this ammo and precision bolt more if you can.
also have
Heat blast when
blast.
you need to.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
That was clean.
And that's actually a pretty fast fight. If you're kind of far away, wall dash to reach it. I know this trick. This is a portal boost. I'm gonna go in here. Do it again. So I'm going to hold macro here. You don't have to. You can just scroll. Hold macro, wait, and then dash. I did it a little too late. You want to dash later than you think you need to. I know if you pay attention, this is my dash key. I'm going to dash a little later. So I'm going to dash now. A little later. Do it again. That was a little too early again, but yeah. Usually if you dash late enough, you'll be able to jump over these stairs without slowing down and then carry your speed fully. If you fail, you can just wall dash. Let's just do it again. Alright, did it properly that time. And there you go. Now I'm going to show you what you do in Ultra Nightmare first. You can wall dash like this. Carry on. Let's try again.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you didn't know this?
No.
Yeah.
Holy moly, I like that.
Or you can go back over here, and this one's a little harder, but yeah, okay, there you go. Got that. And carry on.
Wow. Okay.
Try to hit some ramp hops if you can, wall dashes, etc. Now, so what you do in Classic. Right after you pick up the token, it puts you right here. Here, you want to go over here, and you want to aim about here, jump, and wall dash. Do it again. Aim about there. Oopsie. Try again. You can do it really fast.
This is
That's nice.
one of the 2 wolf boosts you're gonna see in the game.
Jump, dash a little too early. If you want to set it up, you can jump on here. Okay. Aim at this. And there you go. That's your lineup. What I do is just a faster version of that. Like that. Let's do it again. I'm failing it a little bit. I'm aiming off, but you get the idea. I'm going to do it one more time. There we go. Hopefully I can get a ramp up. I did not. A small little detail about these doors here. The inner part of these doors on these sides, not on these sides. For some reason it's slanted a little. I don't know if you can tell. It's slanted a little this way. So when you wall dash, you actually don't want to aim straight. You want to aim over to the right a little bit. That was not enough, actually. There you go. Same thing with this one. You want to aim a little bit more to the side. It's deceptive. The other side is flat, but that side is not. Here you want to have your, whatchamacallits, plasma rifle out. This is very important, because we're going to be charging Heat Blast right away. Whew. We're an hour in and I'm only on the 3rd level. Okay, we gotta speed things up.
And this is the longest level.
And this is the longest level. I might have to go through Urdak in 2 seconds. Okay, so here you're gonna start charging Heat Blast. You're gonna aim here, dash once. Once your dash is refilled, you wanna double jump, wall dash, and ultra bone boost.
Alternatively, you can just buffer some inputs and dash boost off the coffin. It's also viable.
Yeah, you can do that, and then do this. Alright. If you're not comfortable with bone boost, this is fine. Just take the proper route. Right. If your bone boost sends you too high upwards and you can't reach this, you just want to take the skull instead. But the key to bone boost, in my opinion, is to aim towards this side, like that. You want to come out a little bit like this, and then hit this side. And what you're doing here is you're actually trimping, you're bouncing. You're not jumping here. You're actually jumping just to maintain your height, and then you're bouncing off of the tip of this bone. That's how you do bone boost. So again, charging, wall dash. Okay. If you don't get the lurch, if you lose all your speed, then just carry on and go this. Go to this, that's my recommendation. You can also do an ERJ here, but it's not that much faster.
When you do bone boost, it's just recommended you have upwards momentum in general.
Yeah. If
you're going downwards and you hit the bone, it's harder to get it.
Yeah. That's why we do a second jump right before we hit it. Not as we hit it, right before we hit it. Like we jump here. Jump about here.
The same goes for most of the trims in this game.
Yeah. You generally just want to like be going straight into it. Okay, so now here this is also pretty self-explanatory. And then we do a multi-blast.
Flame Belch for the challenge.
Double jump there. Very important you double jump that one. The jump spacing works out so you hit this button at a specific time. When you're charging, you stop charging here. Pull out sticky. Dash once. Collateral. And then here we do that. And do it again. It's very important spacing for that Heat Blast. You actually want to kill this fodder over here. Just because it gets in the way later. So you just want to clear it. And you're waiting for dash to recharge and this door to open. So clear this. That, keep charging, double jump, wall dash, that. Oopsie. And here, we're going to stand about here, multi-blasts, and then finish them off with a precision bolt.
You
This is
dash
where-
so that the zombie doesn't like target you.
No, I dash just to get into position for this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for the precision.
And also
bolt.
the mecha can try to grab you sometimes. It's very annoying when
Yeah.
that happens.
Okay. So here, you missed it, but we stand here. What I do is I stand in front of the gate here, and then I stand here, dash out, precision bolt, tap this, and then the timing works out that I land on this button right as it's able to open up. Okay? So, I mentioned earlier this is where a route changes can happen. Here, right after you heat blast, you can upgrade Hot Swapper. I'm going to not even touch this route in this tutorial, actually, because it's bleeding edge. It's like brand new. It's questionable whether or not it's faster, but if you see me doing it in my runs and wondering why I'm not covering it, it's not ready. So we're just going to ignore it.
It's
Anyway,
not fully
so we do the
fleshed out
same
yet.
thing.
It will be ready, but not yet.
Bang, bang, right? And then while this button is going down, we just tap this guy, and then right as the button activates and the door starts to open, we glory kill this guy, we should have full blood punch. Come over here. Sticky, sticky, sticky. And then usually because I'm screwing around with no target, that guy is there by the time I'm finished with the imps. There I waited for the sticky to fully crit those two guns. In Ultra Nightmare, you probably do this entire area a little differently because it's very dangerous what I'm doing here. Where I'm standing in front of a mean Mancubus right here. Instead, you'd probably just sticky from far away, and then precision bolt, precision bolt, precision bolt. Do it from far away and dodge a bunch of shots. Here we reload.
If you don't get that blood punch, don't worry about it. The next time you're gonna use blood punch is in the next level.
Yeah,
so
it's in Doom
the
Hunter
previous,
base,
the previous blood punch was from the Cacodemon before Weaver Skip. And if you don't get that one and you don't get this one, you can still get it. So
Yeah,
don't worry
you have
too
plenty
much.
of time. Yeah, you have plenty of time. Here, the game spawns you. Want to look a little bit. Ultra Nightmare wouldn't do this, but the game spawns you. Want to aim a little bit to the right to make the wall dash more consistent, and then, oopsie. There we go. Here, there's a bunch of things you can do. I'm going to cover the latest strat first. So first, you're going to jump up like this. Ice bomb, and then of course the mecha's moved. So, Jesus Christ, Drake, folks, come on. Ice bomb, break the turret. Here you can upgrade. If you're doing the other route, you won't upgrade here, but you have the point. Upgrade. And then here what you're going to do is you're going to aim a little bit off to the right of the mecha, or left of the mecha. You aim about 45, 50 degrees, and you're going to turn your mouse very quickly to the right. Very important. The reason you want to do that is because if you don't, you get this. Oopsie. Let's just do a regular punch boost here. And that's
And we're flying.
and that is a bit too much speed. So instead you just slow yourself down on purpose. And now I'm failing it because I'm bad at this. There we go. A little too much height, but you get the idea. What you would do instead, if you don't want to do that punch boost, is you jump up here. Okay? Come up here, break the turret, upgrade. And then there's dash, 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 double dash.
You can zip
carry
there,
on.
just be careful.
Yeah, you can zip there, just be careful. Make sure you jump. Pick this up. Now, this is what you see is what you get. I'm going to make it extraordinarily fancy. You don't have to make it this fancy. This is needlessly fancy.
Oh, look at those hops.
Okay.
Cap to 100 so you don't get too much height.
Yeah. Let's do it again. Let me do it again. So again, I made that way too sexy, but you don't need to do it that way. Here I'm going to freeze these guys just for demonstration. I'm going to make everybody be quiet. So what you didn't notice probably is that I actually lowered my FPS here. I recommend about 100 or 120, because if you don't do that, into the stratosphere you go, and it's a little slower. So you can lower your FPS. I didn't lower my FPS enough. It should be 100. Let's do 100. I think 100 is the magic number.
Yep.
That's still a bit too much, but yeah. This you don't need Ice Bomb for, but if you're a little scared of it, usually if you're just fast enough over here, like if you just double dash. Oopsie. Yeah, I'd fail it. Hilarious. There you go. If you miss this this button, you can just stand here and do that, right? Very easy. If you don't, I mean, the regular movement is the same. You just be up as much as you can. Alright? If you have enough speed, you should be able to actually reach the button, but that's fine. Again. Now here, there's a bunch of ways to do this. Let's go through it one by one. Okay. Hilarious.
Okay.
Okay, so let's cover the easy one. First, you're just gonna walk into this, jump here, dash dash, and you've skipped the fight.
The oldest strat there is.
There is another one where you can tap scroll as you hit this boost pad, and it gives you a lot of height, and you can skip that. There's a dash boost here. There's another dash boost here. I failed it. I didn't aim at the right spot. I don't recommend this one. I'd recommend something else. There's a punch boost. There's the Mancubus that stands up here. I don't recommend doing the punch boost on the Manc. If you do the punch boost, I'd rather you just do this boost pad thing with the well, tapping scroll. Okay. And then there's the optimal one, which is a bastard. It's a Xiae boost, and it's very specific. It's this same dash boost I showed you earlier, but it's a Xiae boost. So I mentioned at the beginning that we're going to explain Xiae boost. The Xiae boost is a dash boost comboed with a ramp jump. So a ramp jump is you get more height when you jump up a ramp, right? Normal height, a ramp jump, much higher. And a Xiae boost is a dash boost with a ramp jump. And let me demonstrate here. Line up here. There you go, much higher. It's kind of like what we did here. We got a ramp jump and a boost pad effect. Right? So we're just comboing this is a Xiae boost pad if you want to be specific. So I line up here, about here, and aim at about there. And of course it fails because the Xiae boost is finicky. Right? Very finicky. I recommend practicing this. I can't really give them any tips because I'm kind of lost myself. I hate this boost with a burning passion. So yeah, I still hate this boost.
Scroll a bit slower.
Slow a bit, yeah, slow a bit scroller. Scroll a bit slower, and etc.
And then you grab Blood Fuel.
If you're an Ultra Nightmare, you can pick up a safety ruin like Dazed and Confused, or what's the one that keeps you alive? Saving Throw.
Saving Throw.
Yeah. But yeah, now here's a little bit of a. Let's just do it in full speed here. So pull up Plasma. There we go. Here, if you're playing Classic, you can reload. The reason you reload is to avoid a soft lock in this fight upcoming. But some people have reported they don't need this reload. We don't quite understand it. I don't really know why. I recommend reload for safety. But yeah, if you're an Ultra Nightmare, it might be best for you to maybe clear some gargoyles if you're experiencing those at soft lock. Anyway, reload, start charging. Alright. Once it reaches its first tick, let me actually do this properly. That. Once it beeps. Okay. Oh, I missed. Hilarious. Done. What you see is what you get.
Too early?
Yeah, make sure not to reload here too early. What you see is what you get with that fight. Nade, like... Nade Ice Bomb, Precision Bolt Rocket, Bonk, Precision Bolt Rocket, Precision Bolt, maybe Rocket. If you're an Ultra Nightmare, try and play it safe with some distance. Once the snake gets close enough, Precision Bolt, Rocket, and then clear these guys. Usually they drop down over here. If you're fast enough, you can even get them like this. And Heat Blast has a really wide range, so you can actually... I've one time gotten a guy who's here and up there. Like that.
Oh.
So, don't be afraid, right? And one charge is enough, you don't have to fully charge it. Ultra Nightmare would just sit here like a lame-o, but we're classic, so we reload. Here you can dash like that, wall dash. There you go. Don't pick up remote death.
Oops.
And restart the entire level. Let's just continue on. We can give a rehash. And sometimes this Rev lives because he's a bastard. I'm gonna do this fight because I actually need the tokens for to upgrade lock-on burst. It's very important. But it's a good refresher. Do you guys have any other comments for me? It's a very good comment. Let's just burn through this.
This room, it's on a timer, right?
Yes. You don't have to rush this fight. This fight's on a timer, as you can see, we're waiting. Also, apparently the imps respawn. Which is funny. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I should have just actually just picked up another mod, spawn another mod bot. Alright, let's speed up through this, actually. Grab this. And grab this.
Get a little banana punch boost.
Oh, I need to actually pick up the rocket launcher, that's hilarious. Okay. Log on burst. Then we upgrade lock on burst right away.
Very useful. Kind of OP.
So what we do is dash, double jump dash, dash, double jump dash. Then we pick this up.
Nice.
Backwards wall dash like this. Dash boost dash. All this is what you see is what you get. It really is that simple for those dash boosts. Oh. This guy didn't want to jump up. I love it when that happens.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
You're waiting for this Caco Demon to spawn so you can chainsaw during it. What you see here is again what you get. You follow me pretty much identically.
All the Caco has 4 spawns possible.
Yeah. Here we just hope to God that the routing of the fight is good. I'm a little slow. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, do that fight again, actually.
Sped on Ultranimer is a little bit scary, just, you know, make sure to keep distance. Especially the final makes, if you don't kill it in time.
Pick up those rockets on the floor. Pick up that fuel that we just walked over. Drop.
This is about the most combat you'll see in this game.
Oopsie.
Well, in this category. Oops.
Forgot to do that. Heat blast. Usually there's a guy up here. You kill him, and then you walk up here. And then as soon as this starts rising, jump and double dash. That's my setup for this. That's my setup for this dash storage. So you just wait for this to start clinking. Just as soon as the cutscene starts, jump, double dash. Carry that speed over through here, and go here.
Oh, the next punch boost you're gonna see, I have officially named it Moroccan Spice Chicken with Toasted Vegetables.
And the official name, the actual official name, not the propaganda one, is Niet Boost.
Yeah.
Here we're gonna ice bomb these guys, and it's because their hitboxes are weirder to punch when they're bowing like this. They're actually easier to punch like this, like when they're standing up. So we want to freeze them so that they stand up like this. Once this dude stops talking, you just dash over here.
Oh, you should change up for ammo because
you don't need to. You don't need to in this category.
You don't need to.
You don't need to in this category. If you're an Ultra Nightmare, you can flame belch these dudes. Again, you're waiting for a while. Just make sure you don't pick up any ammo here. Just make sure, especially these rockets, don't pick up any of the ammo.
You will need that later.
Yeah, you will need that. Then here, punch boost, dash, dash, jump. There you go. Okay. Again, you punch boost. Make sure as you're here, you scroll to make sure that you mantle on this. If you don't, if you miss this jump input and you're too slow, and you don't mantle, you're losing a bunch of time. You're gonna have to watch the elevator. Or you could just dash into the elevator. It's fine too. Like just, etc. I forgot to upgrade. Just dash into the elevator. It's fine too. Hopefully I don't cause a problem with this game because this is very out of order. Anyway, dash, wall dash, etc. Break this, this. I like to nade here, and sometimes even sticky the button because those lost souls above me, they're a pain in the ass. Then here, dash, sticky or rocket, either one's fine. And then here we're gonna do a setup for pit skip, like that. There's a bunch of methods to do this. Yeah, there's a bunch of setups. Again, this setup works with different crosshair. Let me see. Yeah, it also works with this setup. All right. If you're on lower frame rate, like 120, instead you do something slightly different, just so it's easier. You go here, like that. I went a little too low. Same level as this. You want to take a step out from the wall and then dash, like that.
Very incredibly important.
To take a step out of the wall. It's not as much.
Take a step out of the wall.
Yeah, it's not as much required for lower FPS. It just at higher FPS, if you don't take a step away from the wall, there's a chance the dash boost just fails. Like, it just fails. Anyway, let's carry on. So over here, the gate opens, double jump over it, dash, just jump.
After you take a little step, it's recommended that you wait just a teeny bit. Just wait.
Just wait a teeny, yeah. Wait a teeny bit. Don't dash right away, because if you're moving while you dash, it'll fail. Double dash, grab this. Okay. Here you would upgrade, because you now got a token from that. Dash. Now here there's a bunch of ways to do this. Let's start the easy way. Just do a dash boost. You hold forward on this dash boost. Okay. And then for this one, then there's a harder one, which is you just don't do it at all. You don't do the setup at all. Instead you come about here, and do that. And then there's the hardest one, or the most annoying one, which is the Xiae boost. Alright, I'm gonna try and scroll this one. Of course, because it is a Xiae boost. It's moody. Am I gonna get it once? I'm gonna try it a few more times. I'm not gonna get it. But point is that Xiae boost sends you up into where we want to go next, which is this death plane. You want to hit it like that. Okay? This death plane is actually like right here in this spot. It's at the very tippy top of it. So you just dash boost, jump into it. Oh, there you go. It's actually very thin. It's actually very thin. It's not there. It's here on these ones. So again. Oops, I bonked. Oh, still got it. Now we dash sideways.
You just rub your head against the ceiling until you find it.
Wall dash.
That wall.
No wall.
Nice.
This wall is a little bit deceptive. It's a pain in the ass. It is slanted. It looks like this part isn't, but the whole thing is a little bit slanted, so you want to aim a little bit more to the right than you think you need to for this one. It's also kind of finicky and pain in the ass, but you will learn that when you do runs. Dash, double dash. Waste all your ammo because you don't need it. By the way, you have this fully charged. Okay, so this fight. What you see is what you get with this fight. One, two, three.
That Incubus will pivot to the right side, so pre-aim to the right a little bit. Leave one alive here, so that none of them respawn. If you kill all of them, 2 will respawn.
We'll go into the details in a second.
Oh, we're going through this?
Let's try again. Let's try again. That was a little awful.
I found the setup for the fast rep kill, for the final 2.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know it. I'm not gonna show it until I'm comfortable with it. So kill 1, 2, 3. 3 shots. Kill the meatball. Kill this dude. Kill 1 soldier. Don't kill all of them. Leave 1 soldier alive. And then you just want to turn here. Oh, I missed him. Oh, he's gonna kneel me, isn't it? Nope. We're good. We start moving towards this spider. Actually, you don't really need to. You can just spawn camp him. Or he does that. That's why I spawn camp him.
I like to get closer. Just for that.
It's personal.
Yep.
Say hello to his face.
2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do it again. One more time. So. Dash. 2, 3. 1 shot. 2 shots. 3. Look for the meatball. You actually don't need to worry about killing the meatball and the revenant as quickly as possible because we're just waiting for the spider to spawn. Now, if you want, you can kill the soldier because again, the spider dying is a trigger for this spider to spawn.
After the first spider dies, you can kill the soldier.
Then you stand about here. About here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In later patches, this is a bit different because or if you're playing on console, this is going to be a bit different because the timings are different. I don't really know how they work. So if you're playing on later patches or on consoles, this is probably going to be a completely different fight route. Grab that, double dash, kill him. And then this one is pretty much what you see is what you get as well.
I love this room so much.
Same.
Try and sticky headshot that imp because, yeah, dead swap.
You can wall dash off of that killer.
You can, but I think it's slower.
It's cooler.
Done.
So true.
Very done. Here it's heat blast, nade, rocket, and you want to target this guy, target the rev, or target the snake. Because the rev you're going to finish off with the SSG. You don't have to worry about the rocket dealing max damage to that dude. So that's what you're going for. Here you drop, and you want to wait till the door opens and double dash, and then hook. Very important. Charge heat blast while you can here, and now there's a bunch of options here. Let's cover the hard one first. That's an Eagers, or his extensionless slope boost. So basically you're stacking a bunch of ramp jumps on top of each other. So you're bumping into this and ramp jumping up it really fast, and you're stacking the speed. Or if pi is still there, ramp stack, or what was it? Chain jump, or whatever it was. You can also do this on the other side. If you're an Ultra Nightmare, or if you're playing Hundo, you can do the same thing on the other side. Not the category we're covering today. Easier thing is to instead just go over here, dash, and then climb this. Like that. Or you can do a ramp jump off of this and do the same thing.
You literally just jump.
Yeah, literally a single jump there. Wall dash. Then you climb this. Next few bits are what you see is what you get.
Calamari.
Here we're gonna wallbang a button through a demon's wings. And jump up. Make sure you hit this trigger here.
Oh, you're doing this route?
Yeah, it's faster.
Alright.
And not for Hondo. I don't know if it's faster for Hondo. For any percent, it's definitely faster.
This is a very cool route, by the way. You spawn cam that Kako. And
Words
bam.
are just words.
Words
Here you
are
punch,
simply words.
double dash. Delay your double dash a smidge. We go around like this. So if we hit that too early, then we'll spawn. Then we'll soft lock.
Specifically, if you hit that wall, if you use the cultist key before the checkpoint, nice blood punch, before the checkpoint loads, you will soft lock.
Yeah,
and
you will
have
soft lock.
to start the whole level over and
Yeah.
lose your run.
You'll have to go. So basically, you just want to slow down a little bit here. That's why I'm not running straight to the door. You want to go around a little bit, right? Take your time with it. Here, there's a bunch of options. I'm going to show you the hard one. Well, it's not hard. It's not actually hard, but it is baller. There's that.
Whew, the fastest.
You can also just freeze these guys and do that, right? Or you can do a dash boost here.
We call it Schnitzel.
The Schnitzel dash boost. By the way, this dash boost is more consistent at lower FPS. With high FPS, it's not very consistent. You have to set it up. You have to walk into it and hold forward. Or you can lower your FPS to 120 and you'll get the dash boost every time. Alright, very simple. But again, so also a cute little thing.
Yes, do it. Do it. Yeah, wait. Yes, it did it. Nice.
Okay, let's move on. We're bleeding through time. So once you land, you double dash and just hold, I'm gonna hold macro here, or you can scroll towards the end of it. Ramp jump off of this if you can. Wall dash off of that.
That
Again,
one's
which is-
deceptively hard.
What, the wall
Yeah.
dash?
Yeah, that wall dash.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
okay. I
Let's
think.
mix it up.
Really? Is it for
Yes,
you
this
guys?
one is. It is.
Am I god? Yeah, there's like you got to wall dash off of this, not of that. It's a little tricky, but it is what you see, what you get. You just kind of have to practice it. Okay. Here we're gonna pick up the ammo that we left behind. Here you can just activate this dash, 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 dash. Not bad, right? For Ultra Nightmare, some of you who are playing Ultra Nightmare might be asking, like, where are the safety strats for the Ultra Nightmare? Like, where are the crystals that we pick up? Well, the fact of the matter is none of the crystals are really that convenient. You could grab the one in Exultia, but you'd have to backtrack. It's very slow. Just don't play Ultra Nightmare. Like, no, I'm joking. Anyway, this fight is also what you see is what you get. Kill the 2 revs. Actually, I should turn off from the target. Kill as many soldiers while you wait for the huggies. Kill soldiers incidentally. Kill the spider as soon as you can. And then...
Unlucky.
That's fine. This section right here is actually an auto-scroller. I'm waiting for the mech to spawn, so I'm just clearing as many soldiers as I can. That's actually a lot of them. It's actually good luck.
Final soldier dead now. We're moving on.
There you go. So I'm just gonna do this again. So again, this trigger for the Hell Knight and the spider spawn is to kill both these revs. So you want to target them first. If you can, as you're flying in, try and precision bolt headshot the guy who spawns here. Okay. You also want to make sure you pick up rockets here. Alright. And while you're waiting for the Hell Knight to spawn, you just log on burst, pick up these rockets. And then again,
low on rockets.
Yeah, you're very, very low. You should actually be 0 going into this fight. Or sorry, you should be 5 because you chainsawed before there. Incidental heat blast and whatever. And then here you actually don't really have to rush as much as you think. And you don't have to target the heavies. Oh boy, look at this.
Oh
look
wow.
at this great RNG.
Yeah, but you could get this in a run, that'd be great.
It's gonna fail. Now, hopefully I didn't kill everybody, but let me show you the setup for this dash boost. So, what you do is once you've killed the final guy and you're waiting for the cutscene, once your HUD disappears, you do this dash. So you stand here, about here, cutscene starts to fade, go. Let's do it again. Kill this guy. There you go. Indeed, Knight, indeed. I'm actually doing it just because we're halfway through the tutorial and I'm only on the 4th level, so I'm gonna speed things up.
I mean, this is like half the run. You would be around 30 minutes done by now. The whole run's an hour, so.
Yeah. Well, is it really a Cultist Base 30 minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a bit lower.
Wait, no, it's 30 on Hundo. Never mind.
It's 30 in Hundo.
It's like 20 something. It's 20 something minutes in regular 90% restricted.
0, 1, 2, 3.5. Oh, I missed an enemy. No, I didn't. This thing is, again, that fight, again, you try and go for the collateral. Okay, try and go for the collateral. If you miss it, you can also nade that guy. Bang, chop. This chainsaw usually kills the imp that runs down here. Clear the fodder, and then once you kill the final fodder, 0, 1, 2, 3, and dash. The hitbox for the train is actually much bigger than it looks. Let me actually demonstrate.
I also have to look in that specific direction, otherwise you will not progress.
I'm just going to assume you know that. So you kill everything. And the hitbox for this train is actually all the way like this. So you can actually hit it from back here. You can actually dash. So that's why I double dash back and forth, so that it hits it as soon as possible. Okay. Raitro, did you say, what was it, 4 hours is pushing it? How much should I speed up?
I mean, we're actually on time.
Yeah. There is a new strat here that I'm not going to show you, where you punch boost off of this. It's hard, don't worry about it. Instead, there is an easy ERJ here. Okay, if not, you can just climb up normally. It's fine too. And then you hook. Again, what you see is what you get. Here, you can skip this, or you can be a baller and pick up remote dead.
I recommend it just because it's good.
It's fun
smooth.
too. We switch off of this. We should have a little bit of a charge here. You can actually do a backwards wall dash here, but I mean, the weird thing is with this wall dash, this side doesn't work, but this side does. It's weird. Let's just dash over. Charge. You want to precision bolt this guy once because that starts a timer. Then actually, you want to kill 1, 2, 3. And you want to go over here. Nade.
Oh, you're doing this strat.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Pretty cool strat, by the way. This is the newest. It's the fastest. This is a little bit scary in Ultra Nightmare, but...
that section in particular. And then we just clear fodder as much as we can, while waiting for the snake to run towards us. And then when the snake is convenient, we chop it. Clear the rest of the fodder. And that's it. Let's do it again. Let me do it slowly this time. So we dash in, we should have Heat Blast at this point. Tag him. Blast. Or you can Ice Bomb. But if you have Heat Blast, you can just Heat Blast him instead. If you have Ice Bomb and you want to play it safe, you can Ice Bomb later. If you're playing on Ultra Nightmare, you go 1, 2, and then a third. Let's see if they follow me.
You could also hunt fodder mid-air while you're boost padding through.
Yeah, a little challenging, but possible. Here, you can do the more traditional strat where you nade, do that. Oopsie. That's the reason I don't like that strat, because this blocks it, sometimes stuff blocks it. But yeah, you lock on burst this guy, blast, and then you move towards the spider. Like that. That strat's probably the fastest way to do it if you don't have remote dead. If you have remote dead, then this is probably the fastest way to do it. The way I just showed earlier. 1, 2, 3. Bad habit. Pick up some ammo. Here you want to jump around, clear that guy just in case he's blocking the Hell Knight. See. That's a little dangerous what I just did. Clear as much fodder, etc., etc. When you're here waiting for the Hell Knight, yeah, like I said, make sure to have your precision belt to clear fodder, and then lock on bursts, kill this guy, and then take the boost pad. This is very spooky in Ultra Nightmare. Jump around if you need to dodge shots, or just not do it at all and just kill the spider normally, and do the lock on burst strat like that. Okay.
If you are missing Blood Punch, get it in this arena.
Yeah, you'd probably want to get it here. Okay, so then you chainsaw the snake, clear the fodder, etc., etc. So now this door doesn't open until you're like, if you're really close to this door, see, it won't open. You have to be far away, and then come and trigger it. It's one of those lame doors. Grab this, hold dash, spend a couple. Wall dash here. Wall dash here. Dash, and then we reload checkpoint as soon as we get the checkpoint. If you're doing Ultra Nightmare, you would dash storage here. You would dash storage and fly over. But let's carry on with Classic. Grab this. That was a little challenging. A little detail there. The trigger for these meatballs and the pinky is actually a little high, so you want to dash into it like that, like a little higher. So you want to jump really high here, like that, and like that. All right. You want to carry your speed through. Here, if you were playing a different route, you'd nade and grab the challenge. Here you'd hook off the pinky, fly like that, or you can just dash. It's not really that big of a deal. Here we do a dash boost. Again, pretty much, it is actually kind of finicky, this one. You want to aim dead set. You want to be like lined up with it. You can also Xiae boost it to speed it up. Like that.
Is it necessary though?
Yeah. Pull a rocket launcher. Oopsie. Grab that checkpoint, hit the death plane.
Yo, jaw speed?
Over here.
Man.
And then we pick up Ruin. If you're playing Ultra Nightmare, you wouldn't be doing this, but for Classic, you pick up the Ruin and reload. This saves a few seconds over the entire run in Glory Kills. Over here, log on burst. Very dangerous for UN. You might have to adjust this very carefully. I'm going to gloss over it. Very few people play UN. Not yet, not yet, not yet. So here we dash forward, wait for this door to open, double jump, and wall dash. So let me do it again. Dash forward, wait for the door, double jump, wall dash. Kind of a flaccid wall dash there, but you get the idea. Hook. We dip down here to hit a trigger. If you just dip down a little bit here, you'll notice that everything despawns. It's not necessary, but it helps because the carcasses won't put up shields when you try and grab that wall over there. Anyway.
I call it the garlic dip.
Dash. Yeah, garlic dip. Grab these rockets, kind of important for ammo. Again, no carcasses here to bother us. Grab the wall. And then here we do...
Let's do the
My FPS is incredibly slow right there. My FPS was incredibly slow there. Let me try again. Wow, my FPS is really low here. That's weird.
140.
Interesting. Anyway.
Yeah, you can get a cut speed there.
Yeah, you can fly into this, and then once you finish the cutscene, fly out. The key to it is that you don't want to fly in from high. The trigger for this cutscene, for this door to open, is actually very low. It's like this tall. So you want to fly in at a low angle. Now, that's the hard version. Let's do the, or that's the hard version. Let's do the easier version. So instead, the easier version is instead to, oops, this isn't going to work very well, but bounce off of that instead, and just fly in here, like that.
Don't be too high when you hit the trigger, or rather when you get into the cutscene.
Yeah. Just make sure, and if you are too high and the door's still closed, you just need to walk back, hit the trigger, and then you can do a ramp dash here. That I fail, of course. Like that.
That one is very cool.
That one you have to scroll. You can't just dash and do it.
Oh, you have to scroll.
You have to scroll or macro.
Baller.
And then of course I'm failing. My FPS is a little bit low right now. I don't know why. I guess we'll find out shortly. Anyway, so you fly in here. I'm gonna gloss over it. It's a little hard for intermediate players. I just recommend doing the easier version. Wall dashes. Make sure you have Heat Blast charged at this point. Why is my FPS really low? This is very strange. Now this fight's very complicated. I'm gonna try and do it really fast here for a second. Okay.
Of course I have infinite ammo.
Hilarious. So
you get double blood punch damage.
So here what you do is you Heat Blast. Like that. Nade blood punch. And then just keep punch canceling until he's dead. Okay. Do it again. Okay. Done. If you're an Ultra Nightmare, you want to grab this and go over here and lock on. And carry on. But you're probably not going to have enough ammo here. So instead, what you're going to want to do, you should actually be coming in here with 7 ammo. So instead, as soon as you get him off his sled, let's just get him off his sled. You want to grab these rockets. And then you want to set up and do the triple lock on. Interesting little detail about this guy. I'm going to turn on voices here. If you break him off his sled, like that, it won't play a voice line. And that voice line will play later. Let me show you what I mean. Oh, letters. Oh, this is a funny bug.
Huh? Oh yeah,
No
that can happen,
bug.
and that's very dangerous.
See how long it took for that to open? But now I'm going to not knock him off his sled. Let's turn on target. Oh, yep, this is just a meme fight. And see, now the voice line isn't playing, and this opens right away. So that's why you want to. That's why you don't want to Heat Blast him. Also, XD. So another advantage of this going up here is that you won't get down any get down Mr. President. Like you won't see any dudes like block your shots. So that's why that's another advantage. But if you want to go for the super tight route where we save on rockets and we pick them up here, just so we have enough, you can do that as well. Anyway, here you can fast fall. This is a very specific spot. You can't fast fall it if you try from this side or up there. It won't work. Just do a fast fall here. See him falling into the fight a little faster. This fight, this is a baller setup here. Let me see if I can get it. Almost got it. You can actually 3-shot this dude. Blast.
Pick up that ammo.
And of course there's no target, so yeah. But yeah, I like to pick up this shotgun shell ammo. You don't have to. So yeah. Whenever you no target a Doom Hunter, a boss for some reason. Anyway, you pick up the ammo here. Pick up this ammo and you start charging Heat Blast like I am now. You get 1 charge, and then as soon as you do, or rather, as you're charging Heat Blast, you nade him once. And you start killing him. Heat Blast off the sled. And kill him. Let's do it again.
We are not done yet.
Yep. Where is he? Nade. Oh, I didn't falter him with the nade. That's unfortunate.
This fight's really dangerous in Ultra Nightmare where you don't have a lot of health. So
it's very different in Ultra Nightmare. I'm showing Classic first. Oh, hopefully I didn't get the checkpoint. So yeah, in Ultra Nightmare, you're going to play it much safer. You're going to hook up, you're going to dodge shots, you're This quick kill here is actually very safe, because even if you miss it, you can still falter him, right? Etc. etc. Okay. This guy, on the other hand, very dangerous. This second guy is very, very, very dangerous. Where'd he go? Nade, stay far. Stay far. Ice bomb the floor if you need to avoid shots from carcasses, or ice bomb the carcasses directly, etc. I'll leave you that up to you to suffer. So we're a long time. We're just gonna keep moving on. Holy butts. Okay, here I have a lineup for this dash boost. Go into this corner, aim there, come out. There you go. Okay. Reload if you're on classic. If not, if you're on Ultra Nightmare, then you pick it up. Try and do some ramp jumps. Some ramp hops perhaps. Grab that. If you reload, you instead just go over here. Okay. Now Super Gore Nest. Boy howdy, this level's probably going to take a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if I spend an hour on this fight, this level actually. Whew. Let me drink some water. You guys got any other comments for Doom Hunter Base or Super Gore Nest?
Super Gore Nest? Oh, it's just my second favorite level. I love it. Good movement, good combat. Most combat you'll see in the game, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very dense. You have a lot.
The funny thing is, like, the most challenging, or like the most information dense levels are the ones with fights, because trying to understand the fights is like the hardest thing. There's a bunch of ways to do it. You can do that punch boost I showed. You can do that hook I showed. You can do this. Like, let me try again. I'd recommend the hook. You can also do that punch boost. Like that. Except I failed it because I'm bad, I haven't done it in a while. Or you can do the punch boost. I'm just going to gloss over it. Alright, let's see if I can do this fight.
It's probably the most complicated fight in this entire category.
I did burn a blood punch there on purpose. And I'm failing this fight badly. I'm right here. Yep, I missed him. Okay, let's try again. So I'm just gonna do this fight a few times. You guys can talk over me if you want. Oopsie.
A little bit, yeah. The fighter at the beginning, the one you're burning a rocket and a nade for. So basically what you're doing is you're trying to spawn the next wave. It's dependent on how many things you kill.
And it doesn't matter which things you kill.
Yeah, you just have to kill enough things, which is why we use the barrels, we use the nade and the rockets to travel as fast as possible. This chainsaw instantly kills one thing, very good. There are different chainsaw routes, but this one is the fastest.
What? Okay, interesting.
And you know, when you're done with the fight, there's usually one prowler and 3 fodder alive, depending on if you killed that soldier or not.
Prowler died on its own, somehow. It's been doing that to me a lot.
Oh, yeah, sometimes it just dies.
Yeah. I think I've seen it die here, where it stands on this and then it just dies.
Why?
Okay, so now let me explain this fight in full, now that I've actually executed it somewhat decently. So we Ballista boost in. We nade and kill this fodder. Like Mute said, the goal is to actually kill 10 of any enemy. Excuse me, 8. So we kill 4 dudes here, 2, 1 more there, 1 more there, 1 more there, and then we kill these 2 mechs. Or we kill this mech. The reason I blood punch is to guarantee to kill the zombie. The reason I'm doing that is because a lot of times these mechas will live to your nade. So unfortunately you have to just like blood punch, or you have to finish it off. And then you want to punch this dude or kill this dude. By the way, actually, as soon as you kill this mech and you've killed, and if the mechas live or didn't live, a timer should start. And the timer, basically the fight scrolls on for a little while. A soldier spawns, and then finally a carcass and a rev spawn. Basically, the reason I chainsaw here is because it's free. I'm already waiting for the carcass, right? I messed it up a little bit, so I got to the soldier, to the mech a little late, and I got to the rev, to this guy a little late, and blah blah blah. But generally, you should be able to chainsaw, kill this one guy, and then wait here, kill him, lock on burst, and then carry on to the fight. And then the rest is pretty much what you see is what you get. Another reason I punch cancel that Mank is so that I can punch cancel this guy without activating Blood Punch as well. We don't need Blood Punch for like the rest of the round, pretty much.
You
Like,
only
that's
need it
it.
like once ever, and it's optional.
Yeah, and it's not really, yeah, like we really don't need Blood Punch at this point. We can basically use it for a fast quick kill, right? In other categories, you're like desperately holding on to Blood Punch because there's a very important spots where you use it, but in this category, it's very free. Like we don't actually need it at all for the rest of the run, right? You can burn it. Okay. So once I've killed the snake, then we lock on. If the prowler's there, we kill him, and then there should be only 3 imps left. Once you kill the final imp, this is something that I do exclusively along with the chainsaw route. If I'm actually just going to show you how to do the other chainsaw route. If the other chainsaw route, you just kill the Mank. Normally, and then move on. My chainsaw route, you do that, and then once you kill the final imp, you drop, pick up these 2 rockets, and then you dash storage, if you're not bad like I am. You do the dash storage. But I am bad. That is true, Raitro. You do need Blood Punch for the Con Maker. Very yes. Here, you just clear some fodder, just so it doesn't bother you on your way out, and you're going to pick up Destroyer Blade. Here you're going to upgrade Destroyer Blade once, the bottom one. Upgrade Quick Hook, this is useful later for Mars Core. And then you want to upgrade Grappler just because it's free. And we can. And then you can Ballista boost. By the way, I should have had some other weapon, so that way I'll switch to Ballista. Right. And hook, some extra movement. Now I'm going to show you my route. Oopsie. Like that. And because there's no target on, this dude's far away. Let me try again. So yeah, we Ballista him. Cool. Oopsie.
Ideally, that Dreadnought dies to SSG, PB, SSG.
Oh, well, I did the fight so fast that he didn't drop down. Usually he drops down. What other people do instead is they chainsaw this guy. They instead chainsaw the guy. They chop him here, take this, and peace out. I don't chainsaw him. Instead, I take the monkey bar, lock on, nade, and then just leave. Okay? Go in here, rocket. I missed the rocket. Take Z, kill one more, and then we chainsaw. This fight's very scary in Ultra Nightmare. I recommend you kill extra. I don't recommend you do my route in Ultra Nightmare because it's very spooky. Instead, you should just come in, nade, rocket, far distance, stay far away, just take pot shots, and then chainsaw at a later date, like I'm going to do here. Usually the carcass spawns there, and you have to kill him. Dash, dash, dash. Ballista. Just hold your scroll. So, what is happening with my mouse? Hold your scroll so that you keep your speed here. Then here you want to stand about here, around this area. You want to aim off to the right of this portal, so about there. Maybe at the edge of the ledge. Wall dash. Same thing, hold your speed. Here you want to stand on a different spot about here, and that will eventually close this. If you're playing Ultra Nightmare, now would be a good time to chainsaw, because you're waiting for this. Okay. Why do I have? I'm good on chainsaw now, actually. That's hilarious. Yeah. Wall dash. With this ramp dash, you don't want to go forward. You want to go a little bit off to the side, like that. This fight is annoying as hell because the trigger. Wait, what? The trigger to close this fight and spawn the next wave is just barely above the ground. Let me see if I can jump over it. I didn't. Let me try if I can demonstrate this for you. Oopsie. So whenever you see us, like, why aren't we like ballista boosting in? That's why.
That's why.
Alright, now I'm gonna kill everything. I'll show you what happens.
You will not progress.
You will not progress and you have soft lock. And then you have to just fly over here, hit the trigger again, and then clear the 4 fodder. Alright, pain in the ass. With this fight, a little bit tricky. What you see is what you get. But it's pretty hard. Grab that fuel. Rocket.
And Ballista to the head kills that guy.
It's my... Sometimes
There's
he'll do
a
that.
lot of ways to do the cycle.
This fight is a little RNG. My FPS is deceptively low. Oh my goodness. My FPS is really low right now. That's strange. Probably because I'm recording, streaming to 2 places at the same time.
2 places? Oh, yeah. That's right. Kill full fodder after the Mancubus. If the Mancubus blows up and kills fodder, well, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You just have to find more.
Yeah. And do it again. This fight's pretty hard. Double dash. I stay low to the ground here. There's 1 fodder missing.
That's 4. After you say 4, the next wave spawns. If you hear the dink on the Revenant, that means it didn't die. If you have quad damage active and you shoot the Ballista to the weak point of the Revenant will not die. So just try to hit the head.
Yeah. Another thing is, you can do this fight a little differently. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it, where I fly in and pick this up and pick up the fuel. If you weren't doing that chainsaw route that I'm doing, instead you wouldn't pick up the fuel, you would just kill the Dread Knight and chainsaw a different time later. We'll cover that. You could also just rocket. Kill this guy normally. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rev. Dread Knight. Meatball. Meatball. Here I like to nade because sometimes the carcass will put a shield up, or you can even ice bomb. PB rocket. PB rocket. You can dash and leave and move on. This one, you're going to be practicing. Super Gorness is probably the hardest level in the game to learn, honestly. A lot of these things, I'm going to gloss over them, even though it seems like maybe I shouldn't. And that's just because, like, you're probably just going to need to sit down and practice it anyway. So here, fast fall, lurch. If we fail the lurch, we can hook. Boy howdy, my FPS is low. Here we're going to drop, lurch, and we're going to freeze, pretend everybody attacks me, and then we're going to actually wait a little bit, because if I didn't wait there long enough, and as a result this guy didn't move forward enough. You can also instead just deblade here, and then do this stuff normally, right? And you can chainsaw this soldier. Thus, this is the soldier you would chainsaw if you were doing the old route. Then here, I think the easiest thing to do here is to hook.
Please, 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 in that room.
Oh,
Kill
yes.
a Prowler, chainsaw, then kill a Prowler. Do not go Prowler, Prowler, chainsaw.
That's right.
Just
you want to chainsaw before you kill the final Prowler because you might softlock. We don't know why. Moving on! Here, the best way to do this is the hook. But that's also very hard. Instead, you can just wall dash. Right? Maybe do a wall dash. Ballista boost, etc. Thing to watch out with this wall dash is that these have collision. They have collision, so you just gotta watch out for that if you're doing the wall dash. Yep, see, collision. Anyway, moving on. If you're playing on Ultra Nightmare, just get this. Just get this before you move on. Anyway, we'll keep going. Here are some people with Ballista boost. I think dashing is fine too. Fast fall.
There's a wall dash there that you found actually.
Yeah, there's a wall dash, but it's not really that good. Here, here you want to dash once and then Ballista boost. Otherwise, you won't be able to reach that. Hey, Zamad, thanks for the raid. Anyway, you carry your speed over. You should have enough Ballista here to burn a bit. Activate this. Then you want to dash to the right, and you want to wall dash here. So again, dash right, wall dash. Very simple. Ballista boost out. Here, you want to blow up this barrel. Rocket behind the soldier, and chop.
Or sticky, your choice.
Yeah.
Or just sticky, yeah.
I nade there, just in case the carcass puts his shield up. Nade. Fly in. There you go.
If you have blood fuel, you don't have to do that, but don't pick up blood fuel.
Yeah, don't pick up blood fuel. Here, this is very, very spooky. In Ultra Nightmare, you might want to throw an ice bomb, but that might compromise the trick you're going to do in a bit. Ideally, you don't ice bomb. Ideally, maybe you even kill these guys, or you even come in and deblade. Or you just start charging deblade here. There's a bunch of options here. Take your time with this. This is a very scary area. Alright? Burn your ice bomb if you're really spooked. Here, we're going to use the ice bomb that we saved and do a punch boost. Very, very simple punch boost. Maybe there is even a chance maybe you can make it all the way over, and then as soon as the prowler spawns you can punch without throwing the ice bomb. But I will leave that for you to explore. Alright. The other alternative, which in my opinion is harder, but I'm going to show you anyway, is to come up here, hook jump, and this is also very not safe. Take a step off of this, and dash boost. I wouldn't recommend it, but that is an option if you're for some reason struggling with punch boost. Yeah, that is true.
It's a bit harder.
Here I do a ramp jump and Ballista boost. If you just do a normal jump here, you won't have enough height in your block. Do ramp jump. Let's try again. Okay. Alright. Here, you're going to break the wall and hook and go over here. You might think it's better to Ballista, but the reason you want to hook is because this dude will follow you faster. So let's do this. And the reason why is because you want to be able to do this. You want to chainsaw during the cutscene. That seems hard.
Harder than it looks.
I'd say it is harder than it looks, but it's not as hard as you think it is. Mainly just because the hook makes it much more consistent. The hard part is like turning like this properly. Very clearly. And chainsaw.
Yeah, you just turn 45 in Ballista.
Yeah. Anyway, move on. Pretty normal movement. Dash once here because we're going to do this wall dash. Like this.
Very cool.
Here you can hook off this dude, but this dude's not. She doesn't cooperate. Instead you can dash boost. Instead you can dash boost. Instead you can dash boost.
Can you?
And then
Yeah,
wall dash.
Yes, you can.
The game's making it look bad. Anyway, wall dash or Ballista boost, it's fine. I like to nade here to get these guys off my butt. And Ballista. Here's another benefit of burning blood punch early. We're going to tag this guy. Punch. Cancel the SSG for a quick kill. Now here is the hard part.
Suck boost. I love
If you're on
this.
low... Oopsie daisies. Let me do this. If you're on low FPS, this is going to be a little bit more challenging. I think I'm not going to be able to make it at my frame rate because I'm recording in... yeah, I might be able to... I might have to do something different here. My frame rate's a little low right now because I'm recording and streaming to 2 places. So instead you can yeet. And I'm going to fail it. I'm going to have to stop one of these things to demonstrate this trick. Anyway, you fly over here. Okay? Yeah, you fly over here with your hook. That's weird. Lock on burst. Ballista off this dude. And then lock on burst this guy. Lock on burst this guy. And finish him off. Okay? Let's try it again. This time I'm going to stop virtual cam for a second. And see if my frame rate can spike back up. Let's just see.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, that's not enough. Let's just pretend my frame rate's good. That's ideally what you want to do. You want to fly back, precision bolt, slob, lock on, dead. Now, because my frame rate is low, this is the perfect opportunity for me to show you how to do this differently. Precision bolt. And then you move on. Unfortunately, I can't really show you the sexy version of this because my frame rate is just not low enough. And doing the yeet hook instead with the chrono is not that fast and kind of awkward to do from there. So if you don't have the frame rate like I don't have right now because I'm taxing my computer incredibly hard, then yeah, I would recommend just doing that very simple route instead. Okay, moving on. Anything else you guys got to add? Maybe... Oh yes, I forgot to mention this. While you're down here, going down here and grabbing this stuff, feel free, if you're an Ultra Nightmare, to grab this crystal for safety.
Oh, true. Yeah, that one's
Absolutely.
very convenient.
Yeah.
It's just right there.
It's just right there. You can also grab it during the escape sequence if you really want to. Yeah.
There's the escape sequence. There is a Mancubus in your way.
Yeah.
That is kind of scary.
That is spooky.
Barrier
Yeah.
has opened. This air shaft will provide
You can do a little bit of a
access
lurch
to
there,
the
but
control terminal.
double dashes are fine.
The generator is now at full power. You can now
Okay. Now, there's a chance if when you do that skip in industrial zone that we talk about. Oh, hello! I didn't even know these exist.
Yep.
Some of these dudes might exist here and they're spooky, but they're actually not that scary. Instead, you can just nade, and it will, and they'll bother him. Here, you don't want to ballista boost right away. You want to dash backwards and then ballista boost. And then carry your speed the best you can. Maybe accidentally fall. The carcass blocks you, and then you lose a bunch of time. See if I can lurch here. I didn't.
Have you ever gotten an 80 here?
No. You've gotten an 80, right?
Yeah, like 3 times in total.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Are you guys excited for our complex?
Oh my god, Ark.
Here, if you're
love
an
our
Ultra
complex,
Nightmare,
yay.
because we're waiting for Vega to finish his speech, you can go grab a Sentinel Crystal if you want.
So earlier we said we didn't need a blood punch, but don't you guys blood punch the pinky in Ark?
No, we don't.
Nope.
D-Blade.
You just
There's
D-blade?
D-Blade and SSG, yeah.
DBS
Yeah,
SSG's
SSG.
butt.
Okay.
I know Nice Task used to do the blood punch.
It wasn't that
But-
fast. Also, like, it speeds up other things. It speeds up other things to burn your blood punch in SSG in Super Granist. Okay. Yeah, here you can pick up a Sentinel Crystal. This is probably the time that it costs the least amount of time because you're waiting for Vega to speak. Okay, Arc Complex.
Vega.
You want to step into Arc Complex with Precision Bolt out. Or rather, not Precision Bolt, just not Ballista. Because for those of you who don't know, if you try and punch cancel with a weapon at the start of a level, the bring up time is slower.
Dr. Hayden is
Yeah.
just across
Wall
the
dash.
hall.
This wall dash is a little finicky.
Campus was once
There's a punch boost, I have no idea how to do it, but yeah, you just do a wall dash instead. I like that. Double ballista boosts. And then again, all of this is what you see is what you get, but it's pretty hard.
This area is no longer secure.
Quite precise.
Evacuation protocol is in effect.
I ice bomb there so he doesn't bother me. I missed the imp. I nade against that wall to kill the gargoyle if he runs by. Never seen that before. Okay, so let's go through that a little slower. So, rocket, if you're playing Ultra Nightmare, you wouldn't do this, you'd probably use stickies instead. Right? Rocket, precision bolt rocket, double dash. I precision bolt rocket this guy so I can pull out the precision bolt after this rocket a little faster. Dash past. Dash past this guy. D-blade. And we want to aim the rocket. This video game is... yeah, I thought I had more cal. I realize now I think I have less for some reason. Disregard that advice on in the fortress. Maybe you can pick up
Could
an
be a drive-by
extra...
challenge.
What?
Could be like an easy challenge you could do somewhere.
Yeah, there's also some
That we get sometimes.
some batteries that are hanging around. I think I accidentally picked up a battery the other day when I was researching this, just for Ultra Nightmare.
Ah.
That's probably my bad. So you probably can't pick up a crystal there, but yeah. This category's rough for Ultra Nightmare, I think. You want to aim your nade there, because the gargoyle has a bad habit of running past you and going all the way over there and losing a bunch of time. Sometimes the nade will even kill damage the Hell Knight a little bit, so the D-blade one-shots him. Okay. So, bang, kill this guy. You actually want to take a step back here because the trigger only activates for a bit, and then you can dash forward, wall dash, chainsaw. Charge D-blade. Video game sometimes, I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
It's very yes, very yes. Nope. Oh, missed the imp. Usually you can get the imp.
The Ark's headquarters is under attack.
You know, so Nightmare you would get the chain gun.
Yeah. Ooh, that's what I
energy
forgot to mention actually. The chain gun. I may actually do that again. You'd actually want to pick up the chain gun in Super Gore Nest, ideally, because you can't really pick up a mod anywhere else. There's a cheap mod in Super Gore Nest. You want to pick it up in Super Gore Nest and pick up chain gun there. Chain gun's really helpful for UN. I won't get into detail, but yeah. So here we could go to the back of the room and D-blade, but it's actually a little better if we're a little bit more comfortable if we D-blade at the beginning. because it doesn't take that much time to kill this guy. Although if you're in UN, you might want to just deblade from the back because it kills everything. Whereas here, I'm like fucking rocketing myself. Excuse my language. So here, you might have missed it. Very important little detail. These zombies here are actually important. So what you do is sticky, or you can precision bolt punch cancel, switch to destroyer blade, walk up to this forward, or to this part, and then walk backwards and deblade. Hook the mank,
The
kill
couch
him.
is a good visual lineup.
Huh?
The couch is a good visual lineup.
Yes, the couch is a good visual lineup as to where you wanna go. You can go forward, and then go back here. And then you can chop one of these guys. This is where you get your ammo, and then here is where the memes begin.
Oh,
So,
boy.
first let's shut everybody up, and let's see if I can show you.
Has fallen. The army. Please evacuate.
Nice, thank you, Im.
Okay, so if you're an Ultra Nightmare, oh, that was weird. If you're an Ultra Nightmare, you're gonna want to just go all the way over here, and do this dash boost. Get onto this, and you're gonna do a Xiae boost. Very important thing about the Xiae boost, there's actually 2 lips here. It's hard to tell. I'm on the upper lip, and I'm gonna scooch down onto the lower one.
There are tulips?
Yeah.
I love flowers.
And then when you dash here, it won't work. It'll only work on the upper lip. So what you do here is you dash from up here, dash up here, so you stay on the upper lip. Don't jump onto it like this, otherwise you'll fall into the lower lip. Like, don't do this. Now I'm on the lower lip. The dash will fail. You go here. And then you do a Xiae boost. And I'm going to fail it a few times. I'm going to try it a few times and I'm going to fail it. But know that bowsr is very good at it and you should ask him about it if you suck at it. I'm going to fail it a bunch. This is a really hard Xiae boost for me to do. Other people have easier times.
In Hundo, you can just pause boost.
Yeah, you pause boost as well. Basically, it sends you up here and then we move on. I'm going to try and remember to leave a link in the description of bowsr doing this trick. I suck at it. Now, the other way, the classic way, is we come in as soon as we hit the checkpoint. You actually want to dash in, very important, you dash in deep enough here, because otherwise this wall won't despawn, and you'll run into problems. You want to make sure to dash deep enough, even if you got the checkpoint. So you got to get the checkpoint and dash deep enough in. So now here we come, here we do the meme convention hug. So this dude right here, he has a name. His name is Philip. He's a bastard.
We named him Philip.
Yes.
Absolute horrible.
Here's
horrible.
what ideally happens. Nope, that is not what ideally happens.
I mean, you can make it like that.
Christ, come on.
So it's just hard.
There we go. Okay, that doesn't seem too bad, right? All you want to do is hook right before you hit the boost pad. You bonk off a corner. Oops, I went a little too low. It's fine, you can mantle. Right?
You would want ideally 160 FPS-ish for this version.
What? Don't you want max
Ideally,
FPS?
you would want
I can't do this at low FPS, this one. This hook.
160 at least.
At least, oh, I couldn't even do it at 160. It's harder. Basically, this is the high FPS version. If you have low FPS, I'll show you. But you're aiming for these 2 ramps, this one and this one. You can guide yourself in with this wall to bonk a little bit, but you just want to make sure to avoid this thing as you're flying in, no matter what version. The reason why this guy's an asshole is because he moves. And
A lot.
a lot. So you might think, oh, we'll just ice bomb him. So if you hit this,
And also,
ice bomb doesn't work. But if you hit this, there you go.
if Philip is right by the wall, when you hook on him,
Wait, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Let me just show you why you can't use ice bomb first. So, this is finicky. So you need to find a way to make it hit him directly or the floor here, which is hard, right? It requires a lineup and it's slow, and you can move while you're lining it up. So yeah, the problem is, let's say he moves. His biggest problem when he moves is that he moves too far back here, and you can't see him as you're hooking. So you can't do the setup. So you have to do a setup like this. But sometimes he moves so far back that he's like gets into the wall here, and the hook will fail. Let me see if I can make him do that. Let me see if I can make him do that so I can demonstrate here. This trick is a run killer, just to be frank. Come on. Come on.
oh god, I've had such a horrible time with this trick.
Even trying to set up Philip to be an asshole is hard. Look at him, now he's behaving. Now he's just being... There he is. Alright, let's... Oh, okay. But you saw he was like back here. Notice how I actually can't get back here. Okay, shh. Notice how I can't get back here. He actually walks out of bounds here. And I can't reach him.
You can have an easier time if you just jump onto the jump pad.
Yeah. We'll get to that
and
in a
not
second.
just run on it.
I'll get to that in a second. Because like first I need to explain why this is a terrible thing. So if you see him far back here, standing there, give up, reload. Because your hook will break. Well, as soon as you hook him, your hook will break. Just reload right as soon as you see it. Alright? And that's the problem. So if he's close enough to the wall, so if he's just a little bit off of it so that you can't hook him, right? But you can still hook him, you can do, like you can come off the hook, do that, do this. It's a little harder, you have to Ballista boost paradoxically with this version where you come up from the boost pad high, like this. You have to Ballista boost. You have to Ballista boost, very important. Also remember to jump when you hit this, before you hit that. Again, like with any other trimp. This one mostly just to maintain your height. But if you see him too close to the wall, reload. Just reload. Okay. So, once again, let's just do it a few times just to see what it's like. Oh, he's too close to the wall. He's not close enough to the wall that I can't do this version. I missed the Ballista boost. Let's try again. Wall dash.
We love Philip.
Oh, see, he's too close to the wall, and the hook will just break. And you lose 5 seconds. Ha 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 ha. There we go, Philip behaved. Oh, and I missed. That was my fault. I didn't get enough height. I'm just gonna do this a few more times. Not too far back. Oh, now he went back. Hilarious. Yeah. So, okay, so that's some things about Philip. As you can see, it's actually kind of harder to do it this way, right? Because the timing for the Ballista boost and the jump is a little tight for this. And yeah, unfortunately for you, if you have a weaker computer, you're gonna have to do it that way. You can't do this really nice version where we use the boost pad to give us height. You're gonna have to do the version where you do this Ballista boost up here, and then hook, and then hit the really tight timing, and then, yeah, and I failed the timing. So, there's Convention Hug. It's a bastard. I hope anybody who's watching figures out an easier way to do this. Maybe you find an easy way to set up Philip consistently, but yeah, there is Convention Hug. It's a pain in the ass. The trickier part for this is to just make sure you hit the boost pad right as the hook is extending. Alright. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Ballista boost, Ballista boost.
Oh, by the way, wherever you see Drake climb in is the only place you can climb in.
That is true.
It's very easy to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're going in where he's going in.
We have our out of bounds rules are very well listed now, but basically this is the only sliver that is in bounds. Out here you can stand here, so it's out of bounds. Out here you can even stand here, it's out of bounds, right? So you can only go onto this very specific spot here, right? So that's why I mean, that's also just the fastest way to do it. There is a chance that you get enough speed that you fly over the death plane, but as long as you're flying over this death plane, you're in bounds. Why? There's an out of bounds video explaining why our rules are that way. There is actually some logic and context behind it. So for this turret skip, what you do is you double jump first, and you delay your third Ballista boost, because if you don't, you're going to be too high and you're going to hit the death plane. You carry your speed over, a bunch of demonstrations. I'm going to breeze through this. You can wall dash here, Ballista boost if you have the ammo. I think wall dashing is just slightly faster. Pretty self-explanatory. And then you move on. Oh boy, we got 2 hours to get through the rest of the level, the rest of the game.
Oh boy, 1.5. This is like 40 minutes into the run, so I think we're doing good.
No, this isn't 40 minutes in there. I think this is 30.
What? Wait, oh no.
I'm pretty sure this is like the halfway point. Mars score is the halfway point.
Oh.
Our complex will be very short. Our complex is only 2 minutes now.
It's if you're Drake, you do it in under 2 minutes. If you're me, not quite.
I mean, it's hard for me to get it under 2 minutes. Like, Philip has to cooperate. Like, a bunch of things have to go well. It's hard to get under 2 minutes. Like, that goal is really impressive.
Yep.
I don't think I'm going to get it that often.
Anyways, now we upgrade from a 2-minute level to a 3-minute level. Yay!
BFG 10,000 is fired.
So here you just wait for 20 seconds, 23 seconds.
23.78 usually.
In this case, I actually don't wait for the top symbol. I wait for the reload, the checkpoint reach symbol, to know when to reload. In this particular instance, that's my cue, and I just do it as soon as I see it. In some other levels, they're not synced. In this one, it's pretty close. Here I dash once, hook. The Prowler acted weird, so I didn't get as much speed. Double dash twice, Ballista. Carry the B up. The rest of this here is what you see is what you get.
Warning. Slayer threat level at maximum.
2. Reload. If you're an Ultra Nightmare, you're not going to reload.
Warning. Slayer
Dash
threat
once,
level at
dash
maximum.
once, double dash, double jump, hook. And now there's a lot of things you can do here. You can do this punch boost. And I missed it. Stop. Hush now, children.
There's a backup for that.
Yeah. Instead of that punch boost, which is literally just jump and punch, you aim, like the soldier's usually here. You want to just jump and punch, right? And then you get so much speed you have to control it. So you have to really slow yourself down. I can't really explain how to do it properly. You're just going to have to practice it. Because it's very hard. You have to like punch and then slow down as you're flying through the air. And then come out. The goal is that you want to reach a trigger that's like under this thing. So you want to come out here and then go back in. I just barely missed the trigger. But I'll show you a different way to do this. That's much easier. So instead, we're going to fly in just like we did with the hook. Except we're going to go over here. Blow up the barrel. Dash boost. Ballista. Spend our second jump. And there you go. That's a much
Line up with
easier
the
way to do
6.
this.
You'll get it every time.
Again. Jump. Ballista. Maybe you don't even have to Ballista if you have enough speed. Or second Ballista. And there you go. Pistol. Break that. Double dash. Hook jump. You can grab chain gun, but not really need. That was interesting. Again,
Do you want to
pretty
show the
simple.
backups from the gate?
Oh, where am I, actually? Where did I go? Oh. Backups from where? Here?
For you missed the trigger?
Oh, if you missed the trigger, yeah. I actually don't know. Do you reload?
Yeah, you stand
no.
on. Yeah, you do that. You hit the trigger and you just move on. That's basically how you do it.
Yeah.
But you stand on the middle part of the gate. The gate, the top half is solid. The
Oh, yeah.
top half is not solid. The bottom half is. You just stand on
Yeah,
it.
you mental
do a
onto
ballista.
it.
Okay, but the important thing now is I have to teach him how to do this in Ultra Nightmare. And this is much more involved. The reason it's much more involved is because all these enemies you see here are alive and they'll tank the enemy cap. So what you have to do instead is go onto this. This is legal because this later becomes inbounds. So this is inbounds. If something becomes inbounds later, it becomes inbounds the whole time. So you stand here. It basically matches up exactly with this platform. This platform actually lowers down into this hitbox. Then you dash into this hitbox. You go forward to hit the trigger to open the door. You jump back up. Mantle here. And then what you're going to do, if you notice, dudes are alive there. You're going to jump and hit a trigger. And that will despawn all of them. And the enemy cap is empty now. And then you just fall down and carry on. Okay? Do it again. Oh, just barely failed it. Go forward. Hit the trigger. Carry on. That's what you do in Ultra Nightmare. Then we carry on just like I did before. Etc, etc, etc. Ramp jump there, ballista boosts, and we move on. Here, for Ultra Nightmare, or for regular game, you would do this, and then go hit the trigger right there. But in Ultra Nightmare, you want to you want to actually just, you actually want to BFG. Because you need to clear stuff here. Pick up the BFG right after you shoot it. Okay. And then you take the portal. If you're playing Classic, you would reload here. It's very important that you reload, otherwise you're going to run into problems. Here, one dash, Ballista boost, Ballista boost, Ballista boost. I missed the third one. Let's try it again. Oh, you were responding to that. I bonked on something. Yeah, fly here. What?
Huh? Oh,
I flew over the trigger somehow. That's rare.
That's very rare.
That's very rare. Let me just do it again. So, yeah, again, dash once. You want to turn around, aim about there. And once you're across the... Oopsie, what am I doing here? This is actually just wrong. Sorry, you don't want to aim there. You want to aim about at the portal. And once you stop and your crosshair reaches that, then you jump. You spend your second jump. And you're going to fly in. Pick up this plasma, very important. Slow yourself down with a dash, and then kill this guy with a Ballista. If you get close to him, the door might not open. You might have to dash backwards and then dash back in. Here, this is very hilarious. Wait a second. Then chainsaw. Kills the meatball, kills that dude. Kill that. You can chainsaw again. If you're an Ultra Nightmare, pray to Jesus, maybe fight these dudes, clear a few of them. Once the Dread Knights start spawning, BFG again. Then we reload. Ultra Nightmare is going to be a little different. I'll explain in a second. We reload here because that despawns an invisible wall. Wall dash. There you go. The invisible wall that despawns is here. That's the invisible that despawns when we reload checkpoint. What were you going to say,
Found
Mute?
that Hauser?
I think Hauser found this dash boost. If you're on low
That's very
FPS,
cool.
speaking of which, if you're on low FPS, you can't just dash into it. You have to set it up. So I'm at 16 right now. Just going to walk into it. There you go. You have to walk into it.
Remember to
instead.
hold like right immediately, because you can bump into the light post.
Yeah. Make sure to hold backwards, as you do it.
Oh yeah, it depends on the direction.
Yeah. For no reload / UN, you're going to have to do something a little different. So what you're going to do here is you're going to drop down here. Just carry on as normal. Except instead of going up the elevator, what you're going to do is you're going to hit the trigger that despawns the invisible wall. You're going to hit it like this. Hit it. Get past this door. Ballista boost. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to be a little low on ammo, so you might have to chainsaw right after this. But this does save time to do it this way, rather than going up the elevator and watching the cutscene. Here we pull out our super shotgun, dash, shoot, dash again, hook. Carry on, dash, hit a lurch.
You can like hold them on with the hook and not have to use a ballista.
Yeah.
Oh,
Again.
Drake and bake. This is a fun one.
Okay, so now there's some complications. Some people like to do it off this soldier. I don't recommend it. I recommend off the Baron. I think the Baron's a little easier, and I also think it's just barely a little faster. Another detail I glossed over. You might notice that when you're flying through this area and hit this area right here, that you're losing speed. And that's because you're actually... That's actually fine. If you lose your speed, it's not that big of a deal, just wall dash. The reasons why you're losing speed is a little bit complicated. I'll wait for Bowser to explain it in his video. Basically, there's a speed cap, which doesn't seem like there is, but there's a speed cap for how much a lurch hop or a bunny hop can give you, or how fast you can go with that. Anyway, we move on. So over here, you make sure you pick up this BFG ammo, because we're going to need it. And you do your hook. And then for some reason, did that. That was weird. By the way, this is the reason why we pick up, this is the reason why we upgrade the hook speed, because we just hooked off that meatball, and now we're going to hook off this, this dude.
It'll come into play. This is the first time it notably shows up. Some people like to upgrade meat hook right here. It's slower to do that. You have to open the menu one more time, but
Yeah.
if you forgot to upgrade meat hook, you can do it here.
Yeah. I'm actually in a little trouble because I have low FPS here compared to what I'm used to. But basically there's this weird thing here. We don't quite understand it. When you reach about here, the game will just, if you're holding forward, the game will just stop you. So what you're going to notice I do is I actually let go of forward when I get to about here. And I wait and then ballista boost afterwards. I actually recommend ballista boosting after that. So let's try it again. There you go. It's hard to see, but there you go. That's how you do it. Okay? So,
You get stuck there, your momentum's preserved.
kinda. It slowly
you
fades
can
away.
Still make it.
It slowly fades away. But if that's a bit too much for you, that's fine. Because again, you can just take this momentum and just, you know, carry on and maybe like be up here. All right. All right. Move on. Do the rest. You know, take the boost pad. Like, it's not that big of a deal if you fail this. At worst, you'll fly over here and you might have to grab the invisible wall or grab this wall here. Do wall dashes. These walls you can't wall dash off of, but these ones you can. All right. Not that big of a deal. Again, for safety, you can pick up health. 69 viewers, nice. Here you can do a wall dash, but it's finicky. Pick up plasma when you can. Carry on. Alright, now let's see if I can do this the baller way. This is hard.
Ooh.
Got it. Oh, I didn't get it. Dang. Okay. So, a lot of things just happened. So, you can avoid... Everybody's loud. You can avoid the punch animation here and just fly through with near full speed. Or you can just drop in, ice bomb this guy, dash, and hook. For this hook, you want to actually bounce off these. Not these stairs, this stuff here. I just barely missed it. I think I hit there when I did my thing. There's also punch boosts here, but the punch boosts are random because these imp spawns are random. And they're also hard to control. There we go. Very hard, but there you go. I wouldn't recommend the punch boosts. Well, I mean, they're kind of an option. You could also do a punch boost where this Dread Knight spawns here. You can do the punch boost there and send you up to here. And then you would have to pick up this BFG ammo afterwards, right? But yeah. So instead, I'd recommend just ice bomb. There you go. Now.
Yeah, you have to go over the top of the gate. You can't go over the two arches on the side.
Yeah. You have to go over the top of the gate because this is an invisible wall here that despawns. Right here. But if you go over here, this is just very clearly out of bounds. And the way we decide, one of our definitions of out of bounds is that if, like I said earlier with Mars Core, the gun deck skip, if it becomes inbounds later, then it's inbounds all the time. And so this is an example of it. This invisible wall here disappears later and it becomes inbounds, so you can go over it. But this is always out of bounds. So it remains out of bounds. It's very important that you fly over this. You can't fly over these, even though it would actually save time for us to go over these, because we don't have to go as high, etc., etc. So again, once again with this one, a little challenging, but the key is to just make sure to make the hook as short as possible, so that you don't hit this here. Because if I make the hook too wide, then I'm gonna just do this. Alright, and you'd be surprised, like you can be here and you'll be like, I'm fine, and then it breaks. So you want to make the hook very short. Like that. And you want to hit that, and of course I bungle it because I jumped too early. There you go. Bunk straight up into it, and then you just do some punch boosts. Or punch cancels. There you go. Off to Sentinel Prime. Here you want to have something that isn't the Ballista out. Again, just because we're going to be doing punch canceling. Okay. An hour and a half left. Okay, an hour and 20 minutes left.
Nice.
I'm gonna gloss over this stuff because it is there's only a few details here. I only do one dash there because it's easier to control. We turn around here, aim directly behind us. Skip the cutscene. Make sure you have Ballista out. I forgot to mention, make sure you have Ballista out because otherwise you won't be able to pull it out until here. You actually want to wait a little bit here before you start your boost. You want to start moving backwards because for some reason there's like wonky collision. So cutscene skip, start moving backwards, and then do that. Okay. Wall dash. Here we're going to do an ERJ. Not that important. Here's a very hard trick. Ah, I didn't make it. Let's try again. You don't have to do this. Baller, but hard. You can just
very baller.
Nice.
You can just keep going. It's not a big deal. Dash, dash, Ballista, etc. Here's a weird thing. You can't jump when you're around this elevator. So if you're on the ground, you can't jump. So you have to make sure to jump onto this normally. If you're a beginner, just hit the button and watch the cutscene. It's fine. Instead, you can jump on this, slowly scooch off until you reach this point. So that looks like. And just like with the Cultist Base pit skip, we're going to take a step away from the wall and dash. Here you can set up bats. And there you go. Okay. Now we have Horny Guy. I'm going to do it real quick. Oh, I bungled it. Not a big deal.
Oh, that's
Do it that way. Okay. Let's do it again.
When you load
I'm going to do it a
checkpoint
different way
practice,
this time. I'm going to do it this way.
He turns faster.
Oh, I have...
Yeah, the
Reload
timing is a little different.
Yeah, when you reload, the timing's a little different for the BFG. You don't have to wait. You pretty much want to fire it as soon as possible. So like bang, bang, and then you fire the BFG. Whereas without reload, where if you just come in normally, you would just delay it a little bit. Let me demonstrate.
If you're on current patch, well, this is not going to work.
Yeah. On current patch, I don't really know how to do this differently. But there is a way to do it. Now I'm going to show you the old school way, which is a little slower.
Just a little bit. Doesn't matter too much.
I bungled it a little bit. Let's try it again. Thank you, Raitro. Ah, okay. Important detail here. I should probably mention when fighting Gladiator. So his lock-on burst location is his head. Okay?
Yep.
Another thing, you don't want to lock-on burst him when you're you don't want to lock-on burst him when you're here, because for some inexplicable reason it will like cancel. You actually want to take a few steps back and start lock-on bursting it. Okay? So let's try it again. You don't have to chainsaw cancel there. This is the old school way. There you go. That's the old array. Do it again. Cool. Now I'm going to do it the newer way, which is a little faster but also harder.
What?
Get down, Mr. President.
Okay.
That's a little bit harder of a way, but it's also baller. And a little faster. And the chainsaw and the chainsaw cancel, the BFG is actually important to that. Otherwise you won't be able to do enough damage. He does get the play of the run. That dude does get it. Here, this is very very specific. I'm going to dash forward immediately. SSG.
Nice bit of manip to get him out of his swinging state.
Okay, let's do it slowly this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dash right into him. And the reason I want to do that is because I want him to attack me right away, so that I can do that. And then he's going to put his shield up. Right before he does, I tag him once. And then right as he takes away his shield, like this, tag him once more, fall back, lock him, burst, etc, etc. Let's try it again.
The idea here is to stun lock him, stun lock after stun lock after stun lock, do infinite damage, not have a chance to put up his jump rope.
Here you want to stay into his side, so when he starts summoning stuff, he just does this manip there. And then you can finish him off. Ultraheimer is a little scarier here. If you play it perfectly, like the problem with practicing this second phase is that he doesn't behave the same way on the second phase when you reload checkpoint. Like notice I'm going to dash into him and he's just going to put his shield up immediately. In normal gameplay, he wouldn't put his shield up normally like that. He would attack you. So this is a little off. But this is the general idea. Yeah, he's like not behaving the same way. And I'm a little low on time. You can just rewatch how I did it before. Okay? If you're really scared, what you're going to do instead, if you're playing Ultra Nightmare, is just burn Ballista as you can. Just play it safe. And just Ballista, etc, etc. If you execute this perfectly in Ultra Nightmare, he won't touch you. He won't deal damage to you. It's incredible, actually. But it's really, really hard to do perfectly this second phase. And it saves a comical amount of time, actually. You'd be surprised how fast a gladiator kill... How much time a good gladiator kill saves. I would use time scale here, but that actually affects the game, as we learned earlier today.
This stops.
Thank you, Dave Grohl. Okay, here, if you're playing Ultra Nightmare, you would just, you know, kill him, etc. But in Classic, what you're gonna do, BFG, reload. How does that work? We have no idea. You want to reload at a very specific time. So I don't have extra lives right now. So I do it when the BFG explodes. So let me show you. Here, BFG explodes, and then right towards the end of the animation where it goes foomp, right there, then I reload. If you have an extra life, I think I lost my extra life somehow, it will pop up and do a little pop animation, and that's when you want to reload. I can't really show it right now unless I don't really know if there's any extra lives in this in Fortress. Let me do it again. I'll just aim right there. Right as it ends. Skip cutscene, and there you go. No idea why that works. Also, that BFG, also reloading after this fight just gives you your BFG back. So even if you miss the cutscene skip, your BFG will come back. So that's still fine. Taurus
It'll just
Nabad.
grab your BFG from an earlier checkpoint.
What? Say again, me?
If you load checkpoint at the correct time, it'll grab your BFG ammo from a previous checkpoint and not actually expend your ammo.
Yeah. And this is
You're
one of
gonna do
those
this.
instances. We're gonna do this in Taurus as well. And Taurus, I'm not even gonna show the. I'm not even gonna show the.
route.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna show the
Okay.
Xiae route. It's I'm not even.
Crucible is still embedded in the Titan that attacked this Sentinel city.
I kill these two guys just because they're bothering me.
I like them. They're my friends,
And sometimes they attack you.
as friends do.
Stand here. I step a little bit to the side. Once it turns green, the door, and starts opening, that's when I do that. Hook, dash boosts. Oops, I missed the dash boost. There we go.
Site of the first reported demon attack in Argentina. According to the Corax,
We have to wait for this. I'm just screwing around.
had it not been for the arrival
We have to wait for the Archvile to spawn. I'm gonna actually slow this down for a second. So the Archvile can spawn in 1, 2, 3 locations. And you want to kill him with BFG. You want to kill him with BFG. You have plenty of time to. But unfortunately, he's very random. It's very random whether or not the BFG kills him. That time it did.
Tendril damage matters.
Tendril damage, FPS makes this a little bit more consistent. You can get the mastery token while waiting for the dude, like I do, but I wouldn't worry about it. Oh,
Generally,
that time,
he
yeah.
does die if he's in that far spawn.
Yeah, if he's in that
Yeah.
far spawn, you're lucky. You had good luck there. So yeah, it takes so long for him to spawn that like you can watch this cutscene if you want to. You could get the mastery token. I personally do, but I'm gonna spare you guys and just not get it this time because it's a little complicated. I was a little late. I wasn't paying attention. Did he die? He died. Okay. Because I already killed him, I didn't pay attention. But the way you can tell if he dies or not is if this codex entry pops up in the top left.
Ah.
So that's how you can tell. Right. And that only applies to your first Archvile, that's why it's not applying to me right here. So, like this. If you pick up the mastery token, that's where you would upgrade. Right here, you go tab, E, D, 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 down, right, right, R.
So you should get it. it's cooler.
I'll get it, why not? I'll just get it. So yeah, you would fire the BFG, come over here, Ballista, and then you still have to wait here. Usually you can be fast enough to wait, hit the button. So again, tab, E, 1, 2, 3, down, right, R. That's your upgrade. Stand over here. Doesn't have to be too specific. And I missed it, but when this... I should have actually paid attention to this. When this... Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Hopefully this isn't a problem. And again. So I'm watching for this right when it opens. So right when this gets out of the way, then I shoot there. Let's do it again. So right here, and then right when this gets out of the way, like that. Diagonal dashes when you can. For some reason, this water here has a bad tendency of eating your dashes. We don't know why.
Yeah, I like that.
Like this, there you go. See, it took a while for me to recharge dashes here. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, just... We don't know
It's
why.
especially bad for some people.
Yeah. So we don't understand. Here, wall dash, ballista boost, hard, but that's the ideal. Diagonal double
the
dash,
greatest-
ballista
Greatest
boost.
CFG in the game. This one.
I hate this one. Alright, so for this one, you want to get into this corner. You want to aim there. And then you want to pray.
have
My prayers
reflections on-
came true. And so while that BFG's firing,
Oh,
do that. Oopsie, I pressed the wrong button. And clear him like that. Double jump.
also, you
Hold
want
it
to
up.
grab that BFG. If you don't have that BFG, you're in trouble.
Yeah, grab the BFG. Okay, right as you're here. Like that. Etc.
Also, for that lineup, if you have reflections turned on, there is a gold patch that is just perfect. The perfect.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that. Thank you. Where's reflections? That?
Yeah, you just aim slightly left of the gold patch, and that's the perfect lineup. It's what I use.
Here? Because I've never seen this as
Yeah.
new. Well, that's what I was aiming at before. I'm just aiming at this thing and then there. Okay. And my FPS is low enough as it is already. Because of, let's turn that off. Okay, speed it up. You take the elevator down, then we're going to wait for this arch to pop up. Ballista out of it. Now I have a lineup here, I think it's pretty lenient. Kind of just get up against this. You can line up directly with this, right? But you don't have to. It can be a little off, right? Then you aim at that, bring it up a little bit. Then it opens. Diagonal dashes. Here we're going to do a wall dash, ballista. We're going to lock onto the carcass behind the Hell Knight and shoot him right as he spawns. Like that. Then we wall dash to grab this plasma. Wall dash, charge this. Kill this guy. Chainsaw. And then we BFG.
And then
If
you
you're
pray.
over here and you want to BFG, you either BFG there, or you aim at that. Right? If you're here, then you just aim at that.
You
Like
actually
this.
kill them. Holy.
Yeah. Or you aim at this. It's a little hard to see, but you want to aim at it just because it barely tags them. And it's easy to miss. In general, I'd recommend if you can get away with it, try and make sure you chainsaw on this side so that you can... These two BFGs are a little nicer than this one and this one in general. Anyway, double dash, ballista, ramp hop if you can. If you don't dash here. This is a zip spot. Somewhere here, there is a zip. It's very easy to get the zip. I wouldn't recommend it. Instead, jump and then dash over it. That is a zip spot. Here, this dash boost. It really just is what it is, right?
Oh, the
If you
second wolf boost. There it is.
Yeah, that's the second wolf boost. You can set it up as well. Okay, cool. Here we go over here. List or BFG. There's a bunch of ways to do this, Marauder. You can fun zone him. I'm just gonna ice bomb him.
The baller shoot the ice bomb behind him.
He's also kind of a memester. I'm actually gonna show you the safe way to do it, which is
Slop?
no.
Oh, yeah.
You can also, if you're a gangster, lock on and do that, and then do this. That's a little risky. He's not very cooperative. If you have dual lock, you can do that and slob him. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just play it safe here for now. Taurus is enough of a meme as it is, and I'm running out of time. So let's move on.
So true.
Set up bats here if you want to. A little tricky, but basically you B-hop off of this or this.
Oh,
Let's
look at
shut
the
up, Sam.
movement. My god.
B-hop off of this or this or even this. If that's a little too hard for you, you can just do this dash boost. Right, that's fine too. Or hell, you can just even double Ballista boost here. Like that. Or just dash onto this. Okay. We're gonna grab ammo here. If you still have bats, actually, I mean, if you can still maintain bats through here, but what you're going to do is you're going to double jump like this. A little bit fast movement. Alright. Turn to the right, double jump. I missed the punch cancel. Let me try it again. Get it right.
I BFG 3 times here. There's, oh, sorry, Ballista. Yeah,
Yeah.
Very big difference.
I think you can, but yeah. Here's a hard strat. I'm going to just blaze through it, but you don't have to do it. You can just Ballista tap.
Oh. That is fast, by the way.
Alright.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Press the door. Press it through. Punch boosting being weird. If you want 2 bullets, you can grab them there.
I grabbed the 2 bullets.
Dash, grab this. When you pick this up, you want to hold right and backwards so that you swing out for like this. Like this. Pick it up. And then here we go. I'm not going to show them the Eagers because I can't do it. I'll try it.
What about the edge boost?
I can't get it. Oh, the edge boost, sure. I guess, why not? Maybe. There's an edge boost here. I'm not even going to bother with it. They aren't really none of these strats are really viable for real runs. Instead, I just recommend come up the elevator, Ballista boost, set up this dash boost. Burn your second jump, but don't burn your second dash. Dash once, and Lord Chop. Cool.
You don't space for that one?
No, I scroll it.
Oh. Damn.
Here you want to fast fall, and the side you're looking for is, hold on, so you come in through this side, and the side you're looking for is right below you here. Right, so you want to turn to your right, like that. Dash.
I forget where I'm going sometimes.
Yeah, dash into this corner. Then you're looking for this patch right here. Right? Let me go zoom out here for a second. Oopsie. Alright. That's what you're looking for. You want to aim about there. And you water bang it. Ballista. Oops. Chainsaw this guy.
Oh.
That is like the best luck possible.
Wow.
That is incredible
Nice.
luck.
Unbelievable.
That is incredible luck. Chainsaw, Ice Bomb, and then you can kill the Dread Knight. Some other ways, maybe if you want to be a little bit safer, you can instead go under this way. This is the old school way. And you get the Prowler this way, and then Chop, and then Ice Bomb, and then Nade. This method, you want to use Nade here just because it guarantees a Prowler kill, but if you go underneath, you don't need to Nade, and you can Chop, Nade Ice Bomb, and like you just saw, it might kill absolutely everything. If not, just a few punch cancel, and there you go. And you peace out. Here, Chop. If you want to get rid of this guy, you can. Wait for these guys to start spawning, then you BFG. Usually this guy, this Baron over here spawns in this location, but sometimes he doesn't. The Pain Elemental usually dies, but if you have low FPS, it might be a little harder. You want the Pain Elemental to die, and in fact, if he doesn't die, you want to make sure to kill him. You want to make sure to kill him. Then you chop a Baron, and believe it or not, now the Archval will start to spawn.
Archval spawns with a 1 Pain and 1 Baron or 2 Barons.
Yeah. I recommend chopping him for beginners, but if you're a gangster, you can just BFG him. And because it's a BFG, it's a pain in the ass. So, let's try it again. Just do it from beginning to end. Chop. I'm stuck on something. Hilarious. Nice. Baron spawned in a good spot. Second Baron. Good.
Yo.
Got him. Okay. One more time.
Nice.
Actually, before I continue, I'm gonna do this fight, and then I'm gonna do a relatively hard trick where I refill my BFG by exiting to menu here. Basically, all you want to do is you want to exit to menu instead of pressing continue. Here. And you want to do it right as the portal spawns. If you're late to the portal, you're not getting the BFG refill. And if you're not comfortable with this trick, then you probably don't want to BFG here. You just don't want to BFG, or BFG once, right, instead of twice.
Knowing where the portal spawns is important here.
Yeah. So about here, in this general area, centered, and about like right there. Do you guys have a different spot?
I look at the little wrench on the ground and...
Yeah. This is wrench, yeah, it's actually
I do that.
Yeah, so it's about here, and as soon as
Yeah.
it spawns, it will teleport you, and you want to exit to menu as fast as you can. Well, not as fast as you can, but like, if you're late to the portal, then...
There's a queue.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a queue. If you exit to menu too early, there's a small chance it will fail, but it's very small, and I've actually haven't seen it. So you want to give it a little bit of a delay, but I'll demonstrate. So, anyway, let's carry on. Chop. You can kill this guy if you want to, just so he doesn't bother me while you shoot your BFG. Oh, that's an interesting spawn.
Oh, wow. Nice spawns.
I think it was a little late, but that's fine. And there you go.
So the queue is the second pop-up. The
Yeah.
challenger's pop-up.
Yeah.
That's the queue. That's when you exit.
Yeah. You can exit a little earlier as well. Timing is a bit lenient, but don't exit like frame perfect instantly, like the moment you can, because that has been reported to cause the trick to fail. And basically that refills your BFG ammo. Because just like before with that Fortress of Doom one that we shot here, the game thinks, oh, you're reloading the checkpoint that you had before this. So yeah. Okay. Neck one. Let's go.
Yo, we doing the punch boost?
So here you want to enter with your precision bolt out. No, you want to enter with your... Yes, you want to enter with your precision bolt. Or without Ballista. Oh, maybe I should clarify this. The reason I'm telling you guys... to... specifically with some of these things is because when you punch cancel, when you reload checkpoint, it's slower. But the reason specifically in some instances you have to think about it is because when the Crucible is in your inventory, when you reload checkpoint or enter a level, it will make you hold the weapon you held before the one you're holding now. So I entered the level holding the precision bolt. And the weapon I had before that was the Ballista. And so it was like, oh, now I'm going to give you Ballista. But another thing is, but the problem is I don't actually want to hold Ballista here. I want to hold the heavy cannon here, because in Classic you're going to reload right after you skip this cutscene. You're going to skip the cutscene and reload, and that saves a second. In Ultra Nightmare, you want to enter this level with your Ballista, with your second last weapon being your heavy cannon, so you can do this and punch boost. Okay? So let's do it again. Right, have my heavy cannon out. And we're going to ramp up here, hook jump, and carry on. There is a punch boost. It's not very consistent. I don't want to show it to you. So let's just do this again one more time. Nova, should I? You know what? Just for Nova, I'll show the punch boost. Kind of a pain in the ass. Let's make everybody shut up. Yeah, it's a little challenging, this punch boost. Let's carry on. Okay, so. Oopsie. Yep, you get the ramp up. If you don't, you can just dash, mantle, grab the wall, and then carry on. A little bit finicky movement here to save yourself a Ballista. Here, just... Oopsie daisies, I missed a little bit. But yeah, this is actually a little bit of a pain in the ass, so you're going to want to jump and be off a little bit to the side and punch cancel that dude. If you can, for some reason I ignored the Prowler, but yeah, you opportunistically kill the Prowler and kill the Mank with a double Ballista. Okay, step in this. If you're playing Hundo, you can get some headshots here. Grab the Plasma here. Dash Ballista downwards.
You don't finish headshots in Mars Core?
You can actually burn almost all your Ballista here in Classic, or in I'm Too Young to Die, because there's actually, let me show you this, there's actually Plasma under the ground here.
Okay.
So you can just pick this up.
Those two are very cool.
Very funny. And then we're going to chainsaw here. I nade and flame belch because I'm very yes. And then we hook. And you have to rush this because we have to wait for this cart. If you jump into it too early, you will soft lock. So make sure it's fully stationed and then you jump into it. Okay? And we're going to leave Mr. Bear alone. Goodbye. Here, we want the precision bolt out. So we're going to switch to something that isn't precision bolt and switch to precision bolt and switch back. So that way when we reload, it gives us precision bolt. If you're an Ultra Nightmare, you're going to want to have Destroy Blade out, so you can charge Destroy Blade to kill one of the eyes. And here we have a cutscene without a cutscene.
How long is this cutscene?
I don't even know now.
It's like 40 seconds, 44?
Can't be 40
maybe?
seconds, is it? Mars Core
Or
is
is it
30, is 23 for reference. Here, reload. Again, if you're playing UN, you would just do it the normal way. PB rocket. Oops, I missed one. Flash cancel. Not very good luck, but it's fine.
Ideally, you get 2 outside, then 2 inside for minimum travel.
Yeah. Ideally, that's what you get. If you have D-Blade, if you're an Ultra Nightmare, you D-Blade the first one, right? Some people like to PB rocket all of them except the last one. I wouldn't recommend it, or I'd recommend it for beginners because it's a little easy to mess up these slash cancels, right? And they're kind of, and they can be kind of slow. You can get lost. If you're an Ultra Nightmare, it's also a little spooky to do this because you can fall into the lava. But either. Goodness me. Yeah. So again, be a little spooky, but ideally you get 2 outside, you knock one, knock another, and then this one close to it, and then you punch boost this guy. Or punches, yeah. Ballista boost there. There's some new strats over here. I'm not gonna worry about it. You're just gonna mantle like this. Pull your super shotgun, dash, punch, wall dash, ramp dash, jump if you can. Here we're gonna do Mario Kart double dash. Boost, dash, dash, jump, boost. Let's do it again. Dash, dash. Like that. So you can actually delay the second dash. Like that, right? And the key is you want to dash earlier than you think you should. Okay? You can dash like all the way, I think all the way back here. Right.
This is a little bit harder than you think it is, but once you get it, you get it.
Yeah, like once you've learned it, it's like easy.
Yeah, once you understand where are the invisible walls.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There are so many invisible walls.
The thing that's like unintuitive for players is that they ballista boost and they usually second jump before they dash. You just want to delay your second dash, your second jump. Like that. There is even a small chance you can reach the wall without. Yeah.
I don't.
Without the ballista boost.
I don't.
Nova's a baller. What can I say?
There you go. It's actually not that hard.
I think it's easier.
It is easier actually now that I see it. I just learned it from older runners who always ballista boosted there, but yeah, you don't need to ballista boost there. Very, very simple. Alright. Okay. Carry on. Ballista. I failed the ballista. Dash. Here you can do an ERJ. I suck at it. Right. You want to ballista boost a little earlier than I did. There's a strat you can do here. You know what? I'm not even going to show it. Just wait. You can... No, I missed it. Not even gonna bother with this. Break the totem. Shoot the BFG. Try to avoid getting hit by the goo. It's very spooky. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
You will crash.
Also, you will crash. And then here you can reload, but it's not necessary. Reloading here just makes the cycle with the crushers a little nicer to deal with.
I reload there, it costs, I think, about a second, but it's nicer. That Marauder. This gate is on a timer, so you
take your time
you
with
can
this
wait for
Marauder.
that Marauder.
You can take your time with this Marauder. Let me show you how much long you have to wait when you drop. You can wait quite a long time. So you can take your time with the Marauder as much as you want. Really, like there's no need. Okay, and here again, I don't think it matters what weapon you have out, but you reload pretty much as soon as you can. Not necessary in Ultra Nightmare. Here you would nade to get rid of the fodder. Well, actually some people don't, but I'll get to it. So, nade, grab this, and then you just ballista all the way over. Before I show that, let me show you what some people do, which I'm not sure I like, but I'll show you. Don't nade, that's a bad habit.
Easier?
It is easier. Let me actually, before I do that, what do you do? A little tip for Ultra Nightmare. When you ballista here, this gate, it has a huge invisible wall, and it takes for the invisible wall for a while to come out. So when you're ballista boosting here, just take your time, a little like this, and then go through. And it opens like this way. The invisible wall opens like this way, so it's the sliver that you're going through. Anyway, so some people, what they do, okay, everybody grabs this BFG ammo, very important, and then some people do this. Crazy, you can trimp off of that, maybe make it really hard, wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend just grabbing the ammo and just piecing out. So this, and then here we have a dash boost. It really is as easy as it looks. Just do that. If you time your ballista boost well enough, you can actually hole in one. But yeah, it's very easy. Like it's not. It's very like not hard here. Oopsie. I'm messing it up dramatically. Holy crap! Oh my goodness! Come on, Dirkus. What is this? I never fail this. This is hilarious. There you go. That's your hole in one. Here you're gonna punch it and then dash, punch, dash, and then once you land, dash once. So, punch, dash. You can even ballista downwards, but it's not necessary.
You can zip there. It is scary.
Yeah.
You've zipped there? I've never zipped there. That's interesting.
I have zipped there too many times, so I don't do that.
Interesting. I've never zipped there. Okay. If I zip
Only
then,
once.
That's neck one. We're blazing through this. You've zipped there? Oh my goodness. Everyone's zipping. Now I'm scared. Now I'm paranoid.
Like on the statue, yeah.
Thing is, I zip all the way down and the level continues, so I can't reload checkpoint. And my run's over.
Oh, oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's happened.
So here you would just ballista boost. There's a bunch of options. You can ballista boost, you can hook, or you can do the fancy wall dash. Either way. Then we have this fight, which is on a timer. You're gonna hook. Here, again, not really necessary. Let me actually specify some things. The trigger for these Kaku demons here is actually, one is right here, and then the next one is over there. But the Kaku demons are on a timer, so you can take your time with this. You can slowly, you can even do this. Just really take your time. Do the, what? Hello? Oh wow, it follows me now. Hilarious. Anyway, so that's what you can do with that. You don't really have to rush it. As long as you get to the fight as fast as possible, get to here, you're fine. Hook if you want to be sexy. Ballista boost. Take your time, ballista boost, and now I just wait till this guy finishes spawning and then I BFG. You actually want to BFG from here because these guys will get killed by the BFG. If you're playing Ultra Nightmare, it's very important that you BFG from here because these guys will die. Very important. And ballista. Oh, where'd this guy go? Interesting. Yeah, that fight pretty simple. Dead swap. Nade, PV rocket, SSG, ballista out. I'm not going to show Maddie's route, so let's do it the normal way. I'm gonna come here. We're going to first headshot this guy. Rocket. Kill one imp. Another imp and another gargoyle if we can. And then here we're going to start charging deep blade as soon as that gargoyle comes out. Kill this dude. Chainsaw. Chop this guy. BFG. Do it again. A little slower. Or not a little slower, so a little faster. Now I'm going to wait for this gargoyle. That's not good. And then BFG. You want to wait a little bit to shoot your BFG, because this guy sometimes will not die to the BFD channels. Then we pick up our final ammo crystal.
Hey, 60 more BFG. Let's go.
Then we can Ballista boost twice. Oh, kind of want to fast fall here.
Little detail, Drake pick up the ammo on the ground by the 2 rockets when
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
Ballista boosting out.
Here you can pretty much instantly fire your BFG. All you have to do is take a step to the right or the left. Let me show you again. Okay. Like that. Very simple. Pull a crucible.
You could technically shoot it before the cutscene comes out, but it's
Yeah, let's not.
unnecessary.
Let's not do that.
Oh, these ones? Damn.
Okay. You can fire the ice bomb before he spawns. You can also do it in Taurus Nabad. It's a little trickier, but I know if you have mastery, if you have the mastery token, you can slop him as well here. But I won't get
There's
into that.
usually a mecha there. I suggest before the Marauder spawns, clear that mecha. Otherwise,
The
you
mecha's
might
not
shoot
usually
the
there
Marauder
for
in
me,
the
but
back.
yeah, you want to clear the mecha if he's there. But usually for me, he's not there. So then, if you're on Classic, you would reload here. On Ultra Nightmare, you would mod cancel and Ballista here. Okay, but let's do it from the reload checkpoint. Okay. Here we just want to dash, and here we want to do a punch boost. Your lineup is basically you want to aim near the bottom of this wall, like that. Like with any other punch boost, you want to hold forward, dashes, and you want to aim. Okay, this is weird. I don't know when this happens. There we go. So you want to aim. You want to stand like once you've gotten past this. There you go.
Very cool punch boost.
Now I'm not going to watch this cutscene because we don't have time. So the thing you have to know is that this wall here doesn't have collision. So you can just dash through it. And Ballista. Climb the wall. There's a boost there. It's bad. I'm not going to show you. Ballista. Here you can actually recharge your dash by tapping against this. Let me show you. My dash recharged, and for some reason my gun didn't shoot. That was interesting. Yeah, see, my dash fully recharged. So you can double dash safely there.
This applies to a lot of walls actually. Lots of walls will recharge your dash when you're running against the wall. Oh, elevator skip. This saves 7 seconds. You don't have to do it.
Yeah. So what I just did is the traditional version of doing this soul converter skip. Here's a different modification you can do. You can instead do a Xiae boost here. To get up here instead of using that. Slightly faster, but it's also a Xiae boost. So yes. But then there's a newer version. Everybody shut your mouse. Shh. Okay. So there's a different version here. Instead of doing this boost where you come up here, instead what you can do is this baller thing, which I don't think is any much faster. Oh my goodness, it worked. Oh, I didn't quite make it work. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, one of those guys. Actually, let's go again. Let's just do it from the... Let me just do the traditional soul converter skip. We're gonna do... Okay, let's just pretend I got the dash boost. I showed this earlier. What am I stuck on? If you fail it, if you miss it, you can just grab this wall, and then grab here, up here, like that. And by the way, you don't have to do soul converter skip, you can just take this up here, right? And when you do take this up here, make sure you, when you jump on these things, you're dead center. Because you're going to be sliding. And if you're not dead center, you're just going to slide right off. And then here you can do a, oopsie. You can do a ballista boost jump up into this. So you just ballista boost off the top of that. Then you just continue on, grab the wall. And you want to grab these specific wall that's under one of the eyes. You jump up. You want to actually jump up. You don't want to dash you, just hold forward. Mantle. And now, let's quiet everybody down. If I take a step over to the left here, it'll activate the cutscene. I'm actually at the very lip of the cutscene. Kill the eye, dash off. And sometimes you get that, don't worry about it. And now you'll notice that like no cutscene played for these eyes. So, kill the second one, and then we chainsaw. And we skip the cutscene just by making sure we stand on the edge.
The trigger is still there, though.
The trigger is still there if you just walk into it.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll play it. Thank you, Nova. That's an important point. So, come up here. Crucible. And we're going to do a baller strat.
Yo, we doing the anime strat?
No, we can't do it in this guy, but we're going to do this kill.
What?
Oh, I didn't get it. You wanna avoid the crucible animation by doing that. You want to do it, pull out the crucible, or pull out the BFG. And then as you're dropping in, fire. And then you actually want to chop this Baron. Oh, this guy lived. And you want to wait for the Cackle Demon to spawn before you chop him. If a heavy survives, you want to get rid of them right away. And then kill the meatball. Lock on versus this one. This meatball is very important to kill quickly. It used to be. It used to be, my guy.
It's just kind of slow.
It's just slow,
So we don't-
unfortunately, because the Tyrant takes forever to die out of bounds. Bartholomew's there. I killed him just in time. I killed him a little... I should have looked out for the meatball. It's very important that you look out for the meatball here. Oopsie. Sorry.
Sometimes the Baron Bartholomew can hide and not move in either one of
So
the
I'm waiting for the
corners in the
meatball.
arena.
And then we kill him.
Usually, when you normally come up here, you're gonna have enemies. So the first Cackle is gonna spawn a bit late. Don't be alarmed.
Yeah.
It'll just spawn a little bit later.
And if you're playing Ultra Nightmare, make sure that you kill the... Make sure you BFG from the door. Down at the very... If you remember the very beginning of the level, where I BFG'd at the door, I didn't have to. It's very important that you do, because that fodder there doesn't despawn. The extra fodder that we kill. Here we break the chain. Okay. And then we're going to double jump and Ballista boost. Okay, we're double jumping so that we land on this. Okay, let's try it again. Like that. Cool. Here, very simple skip. You break this and dash towards the center. So, and then you skip the cutscene.
What is this? 8 seconds of cutscene skipped?
I don't think it's 8 seconds, but it's a lot.
That's a lot. Anyways, the best level in the
The
game.
best level in the game.
Yay.
We're actually almost on schedule. Almost.
Wow.
Okay, so here you actually want to enter Urdak with Ballista, so I actually forgot to mention this, but I actually started the cutscene with my second last weapon, so now my Ballista's out. Okay. And then
Island skip, just simple 4 punch boosts, jump on the third, easy.
yeah. But if that's still a little too hard for you, you can do a little bit more old school, where you go dash, dash, and do that a little bit. So dash, dash, ballista, ballista, jump, ballista. Very simple. Again, not that big of a deal if you just wanna go to the middle island and then dash like this. Let's try this. A little bit more beginner friendly strat. Let's do this. Oopsie. Very simple. If you want to be super safe here. I'm gonna show the hard thing. We dash once, ballista. Absolutely not necessary. You can just slowly double dash.
That's cool though.
Yeah. Here, there's a hard strat here. I'm gonna try and do it. Here you want to do an intentionally flaccid ballista boost. You want to do this. Kill a guy. All right. You don't have to do it that way. You can just ballista boost. Drop down here. Get your ammo back. Ballista, ballista. That's also an easy way. But the hardest way and the fastest way is to do a really flaccid ballista. Like, notice I'm not even aiming directly behind me. I'm almost aiming like 60 degrees. Break his head. That second ballista downwards is not necessary. It's not, or rather, it's necessary. It's just you don't need to do it as fast as I'm doing it. You can delay it a little longer. It's fine. Okay. You can also hook onto that drone, but I recommend ballista boosting. You can do some movement here.
Sexier, and nicer.
You can do wall dashes. I'm gonna try this, Nova. It's hard.
Oh, this
It
one.
is.
Of course, I'm almost a god gamer.
Oh!
Almost,
good.
yeah.
Yo, do you get it?
Got it. There you go.
Nice.
Kind of hard. Baller, but kind of hard. Even the most mundane of Urdak movement is baller. Like, even this tunnel movement is kind of cool. Or you could just do this. Then another ballista. And move on. It's not that much slower. Here, again, wall dash or ballista. Just hold your macro here or scroll to make sure. Alright, get through this. Then we punch this. And here we want to aim for one of these two zombies. And if you have high FPS, this is very easy. Tap scroll here. Done. If you have lower FPS, you might have to do things a little differently. You might have to come out like this and charge much longer, and then do the same thing where you scroll or tap macros when you hit this ramp. The key is, the thing about this ramp is that it's actually much lower than you think. Like, you think I hit this, but you actually want to hit down here, below this, because up here is an invisible wall. Right? So yeah, you just bonk this, and make sure you just scroll or tap macro as you hit this. Otherwise, you won't get enough height. Or you sometimes will, but it's hard. So again, let's do the high FPS version, like that. The hard. Then do the lower FPS version where you have to go out a little further and charge a little bit more speed. Ah, I bungled it. You have to be really wide. You have to be like this. And of course, my PC's baller now, so I'm failing this because it's hard. Oh. Also, this monkey bar is a pain in the ass. It is a deceptively small hitbox. So anyway, moving on. Here, ballista. You can slob, or you can just kill him. Slob is a little faster. And then once you do, you go kill this drone. That's gonna, usually this drone's gonna be running towards you like this. You're gonna usually find them there after you do the slob. Kill the drone. Hell Knight's gonna, or the Doom Hunter's gonna start spawning. Break this. Fly over to the dude. You should have Blood Punch at this point. You can take your time killing him. You can take your time killing him. Alright. Once he's dead, you're then going to get him to this corner and BFG.
BFG after you see the Maker Drone spawn.
Yes, right after the Maker Drone spawn. Let's do it again. I'm gonna do it full speed this time.
That Dread Knight is
Oopsie.
kind of a pain, and sometimes will not die. So we gotta watch out for that Dread Knight. If your FPS is particularly low, I suggest hunting down the Dread Knight at the end of your BFG pad.
Yeah. Sometimes the Dread Knight won't die. But yeah, you can get generally to this corner, double jump, bang. Sometimes you can even get it like this. Not really that consistent, but yeah. So, and this saves a little bit of time to actually get the Dread Knight fully, but if not, you can just finish him off. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Here, we're gonna blow past this dude. Again, probably the funniest skip in the entire game. You just walk past the fight. Like, you just have to make it in time. Otherwise, you have to kill the Baron. Right? So here is a skip that looks much harder than it actually is. We're going to skip the blue ring, and we're going to fly straight to the purple ring. So the way you do this, we list over here. These buttons have quite a big hitbox. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn around, look at this area. Okay? You're going to dash boost. Oopsie. Let's try again. Okay, let's everybody hush now. So you can look at this area. Dash boost, boost, jump boost. Okay, again, dash boost, boost, jump. It's harder for me to demonstrate on the ground than it is in the air.
A good visual
Like
lineup is the green pole
Okay.
that Drake is aiming at.
I'm not even aiming at the green pole. I'm aiming at like this specific spot on the wall. Aiming at
No,
this.
you're pretty much aiming at the green pole. It does. It's a very small discrepancy.
Yeah, it lines up pretty much the same way. If you have bats, you can do this faster, but yeah. You don't need 4 boosts, you can do 3. You can also do a downwards boost. 3 boosts is fine. There you go. And there you go. And then usually when you show up, this Revenant spawns here, and the Hell Knight spawns here. Lock and burst. Lock and burst. And then as soon as you kill a Hell Knight, the next wave spawns. And then the final wave is on a timer, so you're just going to be waiting here, waiting here, waiting here. While you're waiting, you're going to be clearing this totem. And you're going to be dealing as much damage as you can to this. Bogus, dude. Holy crap. You're just going to deal as much damage as you can to this tyrant. So let's do that again. So again, you fly in here. Why is everyone attacking? Okay, now everybody attack. Usually the Maker Drone jumps up here. And then you can, if you're an Ultra Nightmare, feel free to PB Rocket. And then you BFG right when the Cyberman starts spawning. So that's when you want to BFG. You want to set up for that BFG. So again. Kill a drone to get your ammo back. Deal as much damage as you can from the Tyrant. If you're on Classic, you can safely SSG him. Right when this dude's about to spawn, BFG. Dash storage. It is not the first time I've said Amogus. There is some, you can actually like skip this little elevator here, just dash over it. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just make sure you get the dash storage. This is the fastest. Oh, with all of Urdak's elevators, what you can do, I don't know if you noticed that. If I get on it, and if I hit my weapon wheel button, I can now move.
You could also edge boost off of this
Yeah,
elevator.
you can edge boost off the elevator, but it's a little slow. What I do here is I just double dash. So what you're gonna do is dash Ballista, double dash. There you go. Well, I'm gonna say a bogus though, Korth. I'm gonna say a bogus is much better. I don't know about with this video game. Here, you're gonna start holding backwards and turn, and what you're gonna do is the trigger for this door actually extends out quite a bit. So you're gonna turn, get close to the trigger, and then turn into it like that. So you're gonna kind of go over this, go through this little opening here, like that, and then turn out. There you go. Here we're just gonna skip an entire fight with a dash. If you fail to skip it, if you get stuck in here for some reason, you can just, you can just take this boost pad. Very simple. And now we have the holiest of tricks.
The greatest trick in Doom Eternal.
The most important trick of all. We're gonna save our position here. First, I'm gonna show you the noob-friendly thing. Jump into this thing. Jump. Dash. Jump. Fly in. I'm gonna fly into this corner. Oopsie. Turn on no target. Turn off no target. Chase us. And a little hook. And I failed the hook. Oopsie. Let's try again. As you can see, this. I totally meant to do that.
Oh my god!
I totally, absolutely. That was completely planned. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this is the easiest, but it's actually like not the easiest. It's kind of a pain in the ass, frankly. But I wouldn't even recommend this. There are other ways to do this. Instead, what you're gonna do that's much better and easier, you do this. Down boost, dash and boost, and just fly over here. Okay, do it again. That's
This is
called the
Vienna.
Vienna. It's the Vienna.
We're going to Italy.
I don't even jump off that ramp. I just bounce off of it. Okay.
Yeah,
Now
you just hit
we're
a trip there.
now I'm gonna do the full sausage skip, which is much harder. Well, it's not that much harder.
I mean, if you can hit Vienna, you can probably hit sausage.
Sorry. Let me. I'm gonna do Vienna with a jump. I'm gonna. If I just tap, I'm just gonna tap macro. It makes it even easier.
If you press macro on this ramp, you get obscene height.
I didn't get that much height that time, but yeah, like if you bounce off that ramp, you'll be Gucci. Do it one more time. Yeah, a lot of height. I think I wanted to bounce there a little bit, but that's fine. You would just reload, and there you go. Right, and now for this, it's very simple. You just jump into it and redirect it. Is the dash before the Ballista boost required? I don't think so.
No, it's not.
But I think
don't.
it's... But for me, I find it better to do the dash. You're not losing speed by doing it. In fact, I think I go faster when I do it. But anyway, back to sausage.
I don't do the dash.
Yeah. So here... I bungled. I went a little too far out.
Oh.
We're gonna do the full sausage now.
Full backwards navigation sausage. My favorite skip in the game.
Oh, I didn't get enough speed. Goodness, how am I failing sausage? This trick is, this trick looks hard, but it actually isn't once you learn it. There you go. Usually you get too much height. Most of the time you can hole in one. Do it a few more times. Here you don't want to actually hit the macro.
If you're having trouble making it all the way, just scroll or tab macro on the ramp. You're gonna get a lot of height.
It's gonna be a little slower, but here I'm just gonna do it without tapping scroll or macro.
And I know that Nova actually goes around the entire arena. He goes over to the orange ring.
No, I don't do it.
Sausage.
No.
You don't do it? What?
Yeah.
Well,
I
maybe like if I feel funky, I'll do it. But
Yeah. The reason you don't want to go the other
I
way.
usually do this one.
Yeah. The reason you don't want to go the other way is because the other way is harder to hole in one. Don't worry about it. We're behind schedule. We're already almost 4 hours. Let's just burn through this and then. Yeah. Ballista boost, double dash here. We're gonna hit the weapon wheel so we're freely to move. And then here, I like to hook off of this guy back here, and then do this. It's a little hard to control, but you want it, the reason I go around this direction as opposed to the other one is because when you're going this direction, you're gonna hit the trigger for the door about here, right? And you're able to turn around, or rather, you're gonna hit the trigger for the door around here, so you're able to safely like turn around here. So let me just demonstrate again. Like that. You can also just Ballista boost. You can also just dash, Ballista boost. But usually we don't have enough Ballista here because we burnt it all on sausage. Just do it one more time, because this is a little funky.
You would have.
Oh, I went a little too fast there.
25 or 50 coming out of sausage in total.
You really want to break the chain there a little earlier than you think you should, just because like you're going way too fast. At my frame rate, I was going too fast. Maybe at your frame rate, you might want to take the hook on a little longer. We'll just dash here, double dash, hook. Do that. That's pretty much as baller as it looks, but yeah, it's not that hard. Here there is a way to like fly out of the pool and then go with. I'm not even gonna try. Actually, I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna fail it. I think maybe I got it. Did I get it? Nah, I didn't get it. It's fine. You just want to be as high as possible. Here, you can reload checkpoint after this button. Saves a little bit of time because you skip the cutscene. You end up over here. Now, Conmaker. First, Ballista. Okay, you want to have your precision bolt out. Let me just start the fight with no target. Dash in. Immediately, PB Ballista. 2, 1. And then on your third ballista, instead of ballisting, take the boost pad and punch. Okay? Pick up your BFG. Lock on burst. Do it again. It's not quite cut speed Raitro. I said Kitro. Kitro. Hilarious. Oh boy. Hilarious. Kitro.
6 phases to Con Maker. Phase 2. Wait, no. Yeah, 6 phases. Phase 2 is a little different. You can shoot earlier on phase 2.
If you have mod canceling, you can mod cancel here, right? Now with this, what you want to do is you stand here. You want to ping pong her back and forth like this. Stand here, she goes over this way. Then you want to stand here afterwards, and then she goes over this way, and then this way. And my lineup and my timing for when to shoot the rockets is when you hear the sound. The sound. There it is. So let me show you again. I'm not used to doing this without dual lock. I'm actually so used to doing it with dual lock that I'm forgetting to just keep my mouse trained on her so the lock on cancel doesn't, or so the lock on doesn't break.
Lol. Oh, you can just slaughter.
I know, but I don't want to. I want to. Alright, do that. And then here we can refill our ammo. And if we whip shots, it's hilarious. Hilarious. Simple, go back and forth, refill your ammo. And here it doesn't really matter. You don't have to manipulate too much. There you go. Let's do it one more time. The important thing, okay, let me mention this. Let me show you why you don't want to immediately kill her. Watch how janky she is now. Ah, I didn't get it. This is actually a little hard to get now because I think I started off with the wrong stuff. Nah, I can't get it. Basically, you don't want to kill her as soon as you can, because if you do, then she gets janky. And so that's why whenever I do this, I always do this, and then do the final hit like that and punch. Otherwise, there's a chance she gets janky. So now let's just do the fight again.
Should go full on beast mode, ignore shots, fly through things.
Yeah,
ignore.
yeah. Just a mess.
Yep.
You can also kill a drone here. Just kill drones whenever you need to. There you go. And now I'm going to do it with dual lock. You pretty much just repeat that. Now I'm going to do it with dual lock just because it's baller. Okay, so slob. Hilarious.
Baller trick. Slobbing is very good on Con Maker. Really no
Oops, I
reason not
forgot
to do
to-
it if you can.
As you can see, dual locking can get a little chaotic because you have to make sure to get enough ammo. Yeah, a little chaotic. But yeah, even when it's chaotic, you can pretty much do it as fast as possible. Alright, let's finish this thing in under 4 hours. Okay.
How about 5 hours?
Okay. I promise, Raitro, I will get this finished very soon. Okay, so first, it doesn't matter what weapon you have out, as long as it's not Ballista. Change to Ballista. Oopsie. Let's try it again. Dash, dash. Ballista. I'm gonna try it again. Oopsie daisies. This is needlessly hard, but I want to show this. hook. I wanted to bounce there accidentally. Oopsie.
That's fine. Just don't touch the black building. Don't touch the left wall. Don't get submerged. Just
Okay.
3 main things to watch out for.
So, what happened there? We gotta just make sure to avoid this because it's out of bounds, and you want to make sure to hit this trigger that's about here. There's multiple ways to do this. The intro movement doesn't have to be as sexy as I made it out to be. You don't have to do this second ballista boost. You can just do this. And then hook. But you can also do the hook from over here. Okay. Do the hook from there. I'll let you figure it out. There's a lot of variants. But you can also just walk here. You can also just walk onto this. Rather like this. Jump onto this one specifically. Over here. Over here. This is all actually very in bounds. I believe you can make this one, right? Yeah, this one's a little tricky. Yes. So you can make that one. Or you can just ballista. Let's try again. I'm stuck now. Hilarious. Ballista. And there you go.
Yep.
Okay. Let's just make sure everybody stops fighting. But ideally, you would do that hook I shut off, where you fly over here.
The trick is to, be high enough so that you can hit the trigger.
Yeah. And I'm bungling this royally because I don't really do this. I'll try what I actually do. Oopsie.
Yeah, a very big helpful thing is to, do a little bit of Counter-Strike surfing on those sun panels.
You don't even do the inputs for surfing. You just hop off of them.
Yeah.
Now, if you're playing Ultra Nightmare, you can't do this reload. Alright? You would reload here just to despawn here if you're playing Classic. But I'm just going to go through this level as if it's Ultra Nightmare. Here you're going to nade. So it falters this guy. After you nade, you dash back. And you're going to hook. That's very specific here. There's actually a giant invisible wall here that you're going around. And your cue for the invisible wall is this thing. So as long as you're going around this thing, you should be good. This nade is actually very important. These guys need to This nade is actually very important. You can also ice bomb this guy, but we need ice bomb for the Marauder. So instead you want to nade here. So anyway, you can actually do this fully blind. Let me actually demonstrate here. Let me actually demonstrate how blind you can be while doing this. Fully blind, I can't see the Prowler. And then fly through the icon's bum. Okay. Now.
I get like 120 FPS there.
Really? Yeah. I mean, my FPS is pretty low there now too. Okay, so next, we need to... If you're playing Ultra Nightmare... Actually, either way, if you're playing Ultra Nightmare or not, what you're going to do is you're going to hook up here, and you're going to do the BFG this way. Make sure you're hugging this invisible wall here while you throw that BFG so that it gets some gargoyles in the far back here. And this BFG is actually very important because it clears the enemies here. This BFG is very important because it clears the enemies here. This BFG is very important because it clears the enemies back there. Yes, game, yes. What are you hitting, my guy? Okay, let's try again. Let's try again. I have 10 minutes till the hour, so let's just finish this. Okay, again. Doing the hook completely blind.
Tetra Yaps, very good trick.
That's called Tetra Yaps. Pick up that BFG ammo. Please hit things. Okay. You get the idea. You want to fire the BFG there. Alright, in Ultra Nightmare it's even more important because we can't reload. So then once you're up here, if you're in Ultra Nightmare, make sure you have your energy shield out so these guys don't bother you. Hilarious is the despawn trigger. Then we're going to go here. For Ultra Nightmare, you're going to go up here. Okay, oopsie. I'm trying to avoid falling off of this by dashing, and you're going to aim the BFG here. This way, this BFG is going to fly all the way over to this first fight. Alright, in Classic, you reload to clear this fight, but in an Ultra Nightmare, you're going to want to shoot this BFG all the way over there. Okay? It is also going to slow down things a little bit. Because normally the BFG here would kill this Revenant that spawns down here. But it won't kill the Revenant. So you're going to have to clear it afterwards. High spawn, clear this guy, clear some fodder, etc. Let's go through it again. This time we're going to go through it for classic. Which is pretty similar, but not quite. Oopsie, I think I might fail this. Never mind, I'm a gangster. Hilarious.
Let's go. Gaming.
Here for classic, you're gonna do this. And then fail the chainsaw, you would normally chainsaw that guy.
No, it's fine, you chainsaw a zombie afterwards.
Yeah. You can also chainsaw a zombie afterwards. You can chainsaw during the BFG, but you need to chainsaw. Here you can set up bats, because again you're waiting for this wall to go off, so you can set up bats. And you can do this. And then here's a bunch of things you can do, but I prefer the Xiae boost. Okay. Like that. And you want to make sure to hit this trigger here, so that those guys spawn over there. Then you drop. You can also do a hook jump. This is the more old school way to do this. And that's fine too.
All reliable.
Yep. So now there's the hard strat, which I'm going to show off. That. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Then there's the easier strat, which is just over here. And then you reload. Right? Ultra Nightmare wouldn't reload here, but again, you would do this. Okay? And you're reloading here for two reasons. Just to reset this guy's position, because this guy, like, you want this guy in good position. Actually, you don't really need to reload, but it's good to reload. Dash, 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 double ballista boosts, double dash, and hook. Okay, do it again. The Xiae boost one is very easy. It's very easy. So there's that hook. It's very important that you have two dashes here. Jump, dash, dash, hook. Okay. Now we're gonna do something different. Instead of that, we're gonna do this. Didn't quite get it, but you get the idea. The run goes right back around. We do the punch boost.
So I wouldn't do it from here, but do it from the previous wall.
What? Which wall?
Like,
Oh,
no, when you come into this particular arena, like not after the checkpoint.
Oh, here? You from here?
No, I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah.
here.
No, I'm gonna cover that. By the way, you can do both that hook or that punch boost from the sex strat we did over here.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do the same thing. Chop. And then if you want to do the hook instead, you can grab this wall. So it's actually very important for this hook. You grab this wall, jump out, and then do the hook like this. Okay? So again, same thing. You fly in, chop, punch boost. Or you can grab the wall, jump out, and then hook. Okay? Either way, a cute little thing about this wall is that you can dash up of it. Cool. Grab this BFG, and then here's the important part. We're going to start the fight, and I'm going to dash forward and BFG his belly. And then I'm just going to dash to the end here. BFG's head. And then we just PB rocket. PB rocket. Let me turn off infinite ammo, so this is realistic. Oh, did I miss a phase? No. Obviously, you're not going to have as much ammo as I have right now, but chainsaw is needed. PB Ballista. If you're really struggling with this fight, PB Ballista. Also, an Ultra Nightmare, don't be afraid to just chop dudes out of your way.
You have a lot of spare time for everything here, so
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter if you take your time.
And then you want to make sure to double chop before you leave this fight. Again, Ultra Nightmare, chop as needed.
Chop here, just so I can have 13 rockets instead of 12.
Yeah. Grab your BFG ammo. There's one over there. Grab your another BFG ammo here. And then here you're going to have the BFG out as your second last. You're going to mantle this wall. And it automatically teleports you. In Classic, here you reload. And BFG. You can again take your time with this. I'm doing it really fast. Like, you can just take your time with this.
Do Ballista the arm. You know,
Yeah.
make sure to have it's very important to have 25 Ballista afterwards, so you can do a funny little boost.
Oopsie daisies, I missed that. Oh well. There it is. Again, you have so much time, you can, if you miss it as well, it's fine. And then here, what you're doing here, you want to stand this specific spot, especially in Ultra Nightmare, so when he chops down, it doesn't damage you. That's why you're standing in this spot. Bang.
Specifically on the little rectangular ledge on the left side.
No target doesn't end the game.
Oh.
Congratulations, you've completed the video game Doom Eternal. And holy crap, we made it under 4 hours.
Well,
I'm sorry,
Raitro.
Okay. Do you guys have any final thoughts? Maybe you guys have any questions we can quickly answer? Chat, let me know if you guys have any questions. Mute. Nova, you guys got anything you guys want to mention?
Why no blood fueled?
Blood fueled is a chance of crashing when you shoot the BFG. That is why we don't get blood fueled.
Unbelievable.
There are some other runes that have uses, like I said, saving throw, very helpful, but there you go. I don't think there's anything else much. I will try to remember, and you guys can bully me in my YouTube channel and the MDSR YouTube channel to put stuff in the description, like for example for budget skip and some other stuff. You guys can also bully me to make sure that I do a general tech video to cover all of our bases. Do you guys have anything else before I close?
I think we've covered pretty much everything.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
no,
We got to do shoutouts. Where can you guys put your Twitch channels in chat? You guys can follow me at twitch.tv/Drakefos.
Oh, sorry
You
about
can't do that.
Nightbot kind of does it. I'll spam all your links.
Okay, spam all my
No.
links. Thank you. So yeah.
My God.
I'm at twitch.tv/Drakefos. We got Mute D6 and Nova. Don't you have numbers on your name in Twitch?
25 on
Nova
Twitch.
25.
And it's a 0.
N0VA25.
Mm,
Dude, I
That's
got
me.
canceled. No. Nightbot's trying to cancel
What
me.
is it?
Why?
N0V85?
N0VA25.
Nova 25 with a 0.
A25. Okay, here.
I got
shall
destroyed.
spam all your links. Give them follows, people.
okay.
Maybe Twitch Primes if you're inclined.
Indeed.
Retro underscored.
Did you know that you can
Thank you for
subscribe to Twitch
being
Prime for
an
free?
amazing conscious.
Okay. Thank you, Raitro, for having us. And
Yes,
thank you
thank
guys for watching. I hope you have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Drake.
Thank you,
future
everybody,
record
for
holder.
stopping by. We are going to give the real Paisano a raid here.
Yo. Follow the real Paisano.
Because they are, well, a world record contender for any % unrestricted. You'll like them. Trust me.
He is the record holder.
Okay. I'm going to
Well-
end the local recording. Goodbye.
Cool.
Goodbye.